Welcome. This is Adam Stark here, and I decided, due to a good idea that a friend of mine brought up, actually, I'm going to do a reaction to all of my online rap battles. So, if anybody saw my last video, I quit supporting battle rap entirely. I don't support it anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the community and 99% of the people involved in it. And that's a whole nother video. We can get into that if you look at that, or you can read the description of it to explain all the sick stuff that goes on there. And anyway, that's not what this is about. So he brought up a good point that since I'm done, you know, it'd be kind of cool to hear my thoughts on my battles that I've got on here. I guess my cat's trying to join me. Yes, okay. Hello. Come on. You're so silly. Okay, so anyway, sorry. So I got on my phone here, I got my battles on here ready to play. So I'll play them, I'll react to them, and say stuff how I feel about them, I guess. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you all some nice bonuses. I'm going to tell you some stuff, battle rap related stuff that I have never talked about before, and stuff that I've just lightly touched on that I will include. So briefly, I'll just say this. I've been doing rap battles for a long time, for many years, but my biggest personal regret in my life is, at least so far, knock on wood, is when I was battling like crazy a lot in high school and early college. I never had a way to save that footage. It was recorded on a shitty flip phone. I had no way to save that footage at all. I wish so badly I could, because those were some amazing moments and stuff. And right now it's just memories. I don't have anything to show. All that stuff was on a shitty flip phone. It was probably like 240 pixels or whatever. It was so bad, but it is what it is. So anyways, still been battling, but after all these years, and then after putting in mad work on my channels and doing over 7 hours of live stream freestyles, I finally decided, you know what? I'm sick of waiting on trying to figure out how to get to these main stages and leagues or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to bring them to me. So I made my own platform with the help of Podbean, which ends up just going to my YouTube, SoundCloud, and now Spotify anyway. But I'm just like, I put the challenge out there on social media, and these rappers accepted the challenge, came on here, and we duked it out. And, you know, that's what I'm happy to... Now I can show the world what I can do. I'm making up for it now, because, you know, for a long time, it's just me telling you all that don't know me what happened. But I like to actually, you know, put my money where my mouth is and show you guys that I know what I'm talking about, and that I know how to destroy a motherfucker in a battle. It's my talent. And if you have a talent, you should use it and prove it, and you know, make yourself, you know, validated, because that's important, you know. Anyways, so with that out of the way, now I'm gonna just go in these battles in order, and just play here and react to everybody. So
thank you for joining us, K Clapper.
This is the first battle I did,
thank you for coming on.
recorded.
You agreed to do the live
and
stream
so,
freestyle rap battle challenge that I dished out this morning.
Yep.
So I appreciate it. So just, this is a 1-round, unlimited time challenge. You go ahead and test your mic, and then you go first.
All right, so this is the first battle that I did. Like I said, I dished out that challenge. I had no idea how it was going to go. I thought, you know, I might get completely ignored. It might take months. I don't know what was going on. Or, you know, somebody might ask for money or something. But I'm not like a big channel. It's not like you're going to get thousands of views on my channel, unfortunately. So, but anyways, so I put out this challenge. Boom. This MC right here, shout out to you, K Clapper. No, like, no matter what I say about any of these rappers in this video right here or whatever, it doesn't mean anything negative about them themselves, because every one of them showed up. Every one of them came and had it out with me, and we battled it out, and they were able to be brave enough to put themselves out there, because in a battle anything can happen. You can be called the worst things in the entire world, and you just have to live with it. You know, that's what it is. You can get your ass destroyed, and you have to live with it. So no matter what I say or clown them or whatever, in all seriousness though, thank you all for showing up. Now, when I put this challenge out there, K-Clapper accepted immediately. He was immediately in my inbox, and he said, let's go, I'm ready. I was like, sweet, let's go. Like, let's get it going. So, anyways, shout out to him. Let's go.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You heard me? Alright, K-Clapper, let's go. Gun so big, King Kong couldn't hold this bitch. I'll hold the fifth with a fully loaded clip. Gun to Adam's head, exploded quick. I'm exposing shit. See your thoughts coming out like I need your opinion. I'll keep an extension. Meet my best friend, Smith and Wesson.
So, start out there. He is not the first to say, I got a gun so big. That's been going on in battle rap. If you didn't know, for my listeners, if you didn't know for a long time, that's been going on forever. The earliest I remember was a battle back in 2013. So that's not something new to say, I have a gun so big it does this. But to be fair, he at least did something I haven't heard before. He said King Kong couldn't hold this bitch, like it's that big or whatever. And, you know, your thoughts coming out, like I need your opinion. I've heard similar lines to that before. So, you know, it is what it is. But at least it's a decent gun bar going on. And he said his best friends are Smith and Wesson, which Smith and Wesson is a gun manufacturer company. So I thought that was kind of funny, you know. So continuing.
The thing that I did to you, your dead face looks so messy, I bought a bib for you.
All right, okay, I gotta tell you, that line caught my attention right away. And you can tell because I used it in my rebuttal. He said, your dead face is so messy, I bought a bib for you. Like, that caught my attention. I don't know what it was, if it was, like, I don't even remember if it made me laugh. You understand, this was 2 years ago. I don't remember if this made me laugh or if it just made me go, I need to rebuttal this. Like, that was my instinct, is I need to mention this. So he said, my face is so messy, I bought a bib for you.
Adam, you's a bitch. You don't want this smoke. It's an unclean hookah stick.
I've heard that a lot. I've heard, you know, you don't want this smoke. That's a common saying in battle rap, if you didn't know. So it means you don't want to battle me because you're going to get destroyed. But at least he was a little creative with it. You know, he's like, you don't want this smoke. I'm an unclean hookah stick. Because if anybody's ever had hookah, I used to do that in high school. If it's not clean, that stuff tastes terrible.
Music is trash. I hate that I Googled it. My guns can fix that problem. I call them my toolkit.
So he's calling my music trash. That's a good diss. Even though I disagree, I will give them credit. It's a good diss. That's something that you can diss me for because people are going to associate me with having music. So he's saying it's trash. And he's saying that he knows how to fix it. He's got his toolkit, and that's what he calls his gun, because the slang for gun is a tool. There's a lot of slang words for guns, and one of them is tools. So, all right, decent line.
I got the Iron Man, and I'll give Mr. Stark the business like Iron Man.
I had to ask somebody what that meant, because I went way over my head, because I don't like superhero crap. Not a fan. So somebody explained it to me that, oh, duh, Tony Stark is one of the Marvel superheroes or whatever, and apparently he's a businessman, so he's going to give Mr. Stark the business like Iron Man. So now I understand. Like, it makes sense. So he's giving me a name flip, okay? Now that I understand it, okay?
I hold bricks like an oven. The heat is with me if you frontin'. And just like the oven, I'm cooking up substance. But you'll taste the lead first when the snub hits. You can't come to my hood.
All right, so the oven stuff, I've heard that so many times. This line I rebutted too because it infuriated me. I've heard this way too many times in other battles. And I'm not saying he did it on purpose. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he hasn't seen these battles, and that's perfectly understandable. But I'm just telling you my perspective. That pissed me off because I've heard this all the time. Like, oh, I'm in the kitchen with the burners and I ain't cooking. Like, I've heard these lines all the time. Burners is slang for guns, and also you have burners on a stove. Like, I've heard these things so many times that when I'm hearing it again and it's being used against me, that's why my instincts are going off, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to rebuttal this too.
My Glock is mean. My Glock is too. It shot up teens. If you take one footstep here, I'll knock your teeth, and you won't be able to talk for weeks. I'm Mr. K-Clap.
So all those, you wouldn't survive on my block, you wouldn't survive in my hood. That's something has been told to me my whole battle rapping career. So even before this, even though this is my first battle online that I finally figured out, I'm going to record battles and, do them live stream so I can show the world my talent. But talking about years before this, cat scaring me. Years before this, okay, I've heard that stuff. And every time it doesn't work on me because, again, you're going against a freestyle MC, okay? I know how to use that to my advantage and flip that on them. You'll see.
Main factor, great swagger. I'll have the metal surround you like a prey trapper.
I will give him props for that line because, again, see, the thing about this guy, K Clapper, MC, he sounds so much like another battle rapper, B Magic. If you've looked him up, he sounds just like him. He has the same cadence, the same speed, and it's da-da-da-da this, da-da-da-da that, da-da-da-da this, da-da-da-da that. Use a gun with this. This is a gun. This is a gun. This is a gun. This is slang for a gun. And it's gun, 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 gun. No, I don't deduct points for that because at the end of the day, a gun would kill someone and it's a rap battle. You're supposed to be violent. So I'm not saying that, but it sounds so much like him. It was crazy, but I'll give him credit for this. At least in my knowledge of all the battles I've ever seen and songs I've ever heard, I've never heard someone say, I'll have the metal surround you like a prey trapper. That was pretty damn unique. So I give him props for that one because that's like a hunting thing. It's like a mechanism made of metal that you surround the prey with in huntings, and surround me with the metal as in there's a bunch of guns around. So I give you credit for that because at least in my knowledge, I never heard something like that. And I've heard plenty of metal this, metal that, and you'll get the medal like you got first place in a race. I've heard it all. So I'll give you credit for that. That was good.
I keep the K clapping like a gun show. My head will clap it up like a plot in a gun show. K clapper making money till my gun broke. Bitch ass. It's over.
All right, so he ends around. So, okay, it was decent. Again, it's that cadence, such a B Magic cadence, and I'm not necessarily saying that as an insult. I'm just saying, like, it really is so much. I'm surprised I didn't mention it when I was battling, when I was freestyling. But this is another secret that a lot of you may not know or understand if you're not a freestyle artist yourself. When you're done with the freestyle and you go back and you listen to your own freestyles, I'm telling you this right now, you will instantly get mad at yourself. You're going to go, why didn't I say that? Why didn't I think of this when I was battling at the time? And this happens every single time. It will never not happen. It's going to happen every time. So, yeah, that's something I probably should have said. I should have called him a B Magic clone or something. Things come to you when you're later on and you're like, why didn't I say that at the time? Or why didn't I think of that at the time? And, But anyways, he gave me a decent run for my money, Yes, it was overdone with the gun bars or whatever, but some people love gun bars, so they're going to like that or whatever. But anyways, as you're going to see, as I'm cued in here, I come in quick with the rebuttals. And the first thing I say, I did call him out on this. It sounded way too written because it was so, like I said, almost like the same number of syllables per sentence. That's why I'm like, I'm going to do this and this and that. I'm going to do this and this and that. It sounded so written. So, yes, I did call him out on that. To be fair, I don't know if he did. I have no idea. But it sounded like it. So I mentioned it out of anger, and then I'm pounding the shit out of him after. So let's go.
Didn't sound like a fucking freestyle, but that sounded like written shit. Whatever. Fuck it. Check it. Yo, you said you had a bib for me. You're a bad dad. I'll prove it biblically. People watching will say Adam's the boss and my disowned father, K Clapper, isn't. Call me the Dawn because the sun is risen.
Yep, that was a good freestyle rebuttal. I love that because, like I said, I was trying to... That bib line hit me. It activated something in my head, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to use that against him because he probably thought that was funny. And I thought maybe people like that line, they might think it's funny. And this is all going through my head really fast. So I'm like, how am I going to get him with this? And so, like, I have enough time to craft a rebuttal, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to tell this dude that he's a bad dad and he's disowned. And I'm like, how do I come up with a way to use the sun as a metaphor? And I said, call me the Dawn because the sun is risen, and that's just crazy. Dawn, D-O-N, Dawn, D-A-W-N. just crazy shit. So I had to hit him with that one, and I like the way it turned out anyway.
Ironically, when you mask your face, I think of a face mask because you shouldn't be allowed to spit. I'll go pound you quick while you hide your face in cyberspace. I don't know what you look like, but you ran out of breath, so I can assume you're fat. It's settled. I can assume you're short, too, because you're not on my level.
So I like what I did there. You know, when I'm freestyling and I'm in a battle mode, this is what I try to do. And it's never going to be perfect because it's a freestyle compared to a written where you can take the time to carefully cut out everything and mold it right and whatever. But what I attempt to do, clown my opponent, say stuff about them that is funny, that everybody can laugh at and understand. I try and hit them with more, you know, syllables that they can do in multisyllabic rhyme scheming. I try and hit them with rebuttals, obviously, of course. And I also try and hit them with more violent imagery that, like, they clearly are not able to do. So trying to combine all that at once and put it all together. So, but anyways, I like what I came up with here. And, you know, it's hitting me while I'm battling, because I remember thinking, if I could see him, there's so many more things I could go off of, but I can't, because this is a virtual online thing. So I'm like, what am I going to say to this dude, you know? So as I'm freestyling, I'm starting to go, well, why don't I say this? I mean, he kind of like stopped and just kind of gave it up. So I'm like, when he's doing that, I'm like, well, I'm going to call him fat too. And I'm going to say, you know what else? He's also short because it's not on my level. So it just, like, it's a double meaning way to get it. And it's like, you know, I'm trying to think of a way to make that rhyme as I'm going through it. And I like the way it turned out. Obviously, if I was writing like this round or whatever, I would have made it sound way more crazy. I mean, you guys know this by now. If you've seen my actual, like, written material and my songs, you would know, like, when I craft something, it's going to come out crazy. It might have triple meanings or more. So, but I like the way it came out anyway. I'm clowning him. I'm trying to diss him in ways, but without knowing even what he looks like or anything. I'm finding ways that I can come up with to diss him, and that's what I did. I said, you're not on my level because, you know, you're shorter than me, and you're fat, you're out of breath. And then I'm also saying that you should mask your face mask. You shouldn't be allowed to spit. Hide your face. Well, I'm not hiding my face, obviously. My face is everywhere. So, you know, I like how it came out. I mean, it's obviously sloppy compared to how I would have written it or whatever, but, you know, in my freestyle moment, this is giving it my all, and I liked how it turned out.
Ugly, minuscule, pudgy little fool. You never work out, neither do your rhymes, you know. Fat fuck wouldn't even do arm circles when your arms are cold.
Kid, I have to laugh at this because that's me. I suck at doing arm circles. You should see me at work. Me and my friends were laughing about this line too, because they're like, arm circles, like, that's funny as fuck, because Adam, when I see you, you know, you're doing your stretches and stuff when I'm at work, they're like, we don't see you doing arm circles, you know. So it's funny as hell. It just has a funny backstory to it.
When you throw a punch, I'll grab your wrist, stop your violence like an activist. Your life will take a different turn, a new path for it, then jab your ribs, count 5 columns down, and I'm not talking about taking a gun apart when I say I'll detach the 5th.
Okay. I love this. I love how this turned out, and it was better than I could have imagined, because at least in my recollection, okay, keep in mind this is 2 years ago, I swear in my recollection, I remember saying that I'm not talking about taking the gun apart when I say I'll detach the 5th. Like, I remember thinking that in my head, like I'm taking his rib off, and I couldn't remember for the life of me. Like, I was like, how am I going to end this scheme? Because I have to make it rhyme, you know, and I don't want to just be like, you know, because obviously I put it together well, and I ended it with, you know, I'm not talking about taking a gun apart, say I'll detach the 5th, because, you know, I think about how many lame ways you could rhyme that. You could be like, yo, I'll smack this kid, and I'm not talking about taking a gun apart when I say I'll detach the 5th. No, like, that's anybody could rhyme it with, I'll smack the kid. Like, no, you gotta try at least, and I'm not perfect. Once in a while, I'm gonna have those weak setups, but I'm trying, and this one just landed well, because I'm like, I needed to keep rhyming, and I need to end with that, because that was my thing in my head that told me this is good, that I need to have in it. So I'm happy the way it turned out. And, you know, all you can do is you try and make it land, you try and make it rhyme. the best way you can. But I like how this turned out. And, you know, come on. I'm saying I'm taking the fifth, and I'm not talking about taking a gun apart when I say I'll detach the fifth, because the fifth, that's a common slang gun word in battle rap. Yo, I grabbed the fifth. And they say that all the time. So, like, this is what I'm saying. I'm making ways of making their weak-ass punchlines look bad because I'm smoking them.
Not any breathing for you, but bleeding will do. And once you get an IV, I will pee in the tube, motherfucker.
Love that. Yep. Because not only am I saying, like, yeah, you're done, you're going to be out of breath, but just on top of that, it hit me, and I'm glad I didn't, like, chuckle, because, like, the way I thought, I'm like, what else can I say to this motherfucker while I'm battling him? And I'm like, oh, shit, I could pee in the tube. Like, how fucked up would that be? You have an IV and there's pee coming down that shit? Oh, that'd be terrible. So I thought that turned out well. Good instincts there, if I may say.
Kate Clapper, the name sounds like an adult gay actor. Let me put it to you like this. If you're really a great rapper, then I'm a chain snatcher. Fuck out of here. That's not believable shit. People know this. We don't believe in bullshit. Talking about a brick oven.
So, I like what I did here because basically, I'm giving you name flips. I'm rhyming off of his name himself, which is something I always try to do. I think I've done that in every rap battle in my entire life. But anyways, I always try to do something to rhyme with that. And I thought, what are people going to agree with? If, like, that's another thing I try to do is, what is the audience listening going to agree with? Is that they're not going to say Adam Stark is a chain snatcher. Nobody's going to say that. So that's why I'm saying I thought of a good comparison. So if you're a great rapper, that means I'm a impossible thing, chain snatcher. It turned out well in my opinion. Now I'm going in on rebuttaling about that brick oven stuff he was talking about.
Bitch, you live in a soup kitchen. Tell those dicks you hang out with to get a clue, bitches. Don't ignore this.
And I thought, okay, so not only did I rebuttal that, I think that went over people's heads. So I said, tell those dicks you hang out with to get a clue, bitches, because dick is actually slang for many things. But one of the things dick is slang for is a detective. So I'm saying, like, you're hanging out with a bunch of dicks, which sucks. And then I'm also saying, like, you know, that you should get a clue, which means you're clueless. It means you're stupid. You need to figure this out. But obviously, who is someone you would tell to get a clue would be a detective. So you gotta understand, when you're freestyling, my mind is going at 300 miles per hour, and I'm just trying to spit it out and make it fit somehow. And that's how it came out in that instance.
I'll get your body shipped off, and by that I mean deep into orbit. It's like a wolf's nightly routine, thinking, how will you go for the moon? I'm beating your ass so bad I'm bored with you.
Yep, so that one, again, I'm trying to come up with metaphors because there's like I've said this before in previous videos, there's a difference between rhyming and rapping. Anybody in the whole world can rhyme as soon as they learn how to talk and form coherent sentences by age 4 or whatever. Anybody can rhyme. Anybody can do that. This is not hard. But rapping is different. Rapping is applying figurative language into it. So that's an example of it. Is I'm like talking about kicking his ass so hard he's going to be shipped off, like he's going deep into orbit. In other words, very far away. And then I'm thinking, howl, you get to the moon, like a wolf's routine, because, you know, howl, you get to the moon, as in what is the method, and howl like a wolf. Ooh, wolves howling. What do? They howl at the moon. So, like, it's my brain going fast. I'm trying to not just say that I'm going to kick his ass that high and everything, but I'm trying to make it better because I'm adding figurative language to it. Because anybody in the world could say, I'm going to kick your ass so hard you're going to be at the moon. Okay, anybody. But nobody else, well, besides other great rappers, obviously, are going to be able to formulate that in a way that actually sounds dope, that it impresses you, because now you're thinking on a higher level and you're going, a normal person couldn't write like this, and a normal person couldn't spit like this, a normal person, obviously in my case, couldn't freestyle like this. So, you know, you hit him with that. So I like the way it turned out.
No good-looking woman has ever slept or snored with you. And that oven you're talking about, it's not guns when you say burners are stored with you.
Again, rebuttal time. I had to say that because I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. And after so many times of hearing it, you got to get rid of it. You got to let him know, like, yeah, I've heard that a million times. I got the burners. Like, shut up. I've heard it too many times. So I had to rebuttal that. I had to say, yeah, you got burners, but it's not guns that are stored with you.
Got rid of his gun. What was my plan? Soon as I moved this arm. Get it? Moved this arm.
And yeah, sometimes I am feeling myself and I have to stop and go, did I just say that? That was one of the moments, yeah, because I'm like, what's the plan? As soon as I moved this arm, get it? As soon as I moved this arm. So like as soon as I moved this arm, but the plan was as soon as I moved disarm, as in take his gun, disarm. So it was a crazy double there. And, you know, I'm in my moment. I'm euphoric. I'm feeling myself. I'm like, let's go. So proud of that.
Double, man. You can't rap like that. Oh, my music sucks to you? What would you substitute? One of these mumble dudes? You and your producer and publisher are not a great team. If I threw you in the biggest river, they still wouldn't consider you in the mainstream.
I thought that was pretty good. I mean, again, I'm rebuttaling the fact that he's saying my music sucks. So he's saying my music sucks. And I'm like, okay, but what, at the end of the day, and I didn't put it in words like this, obviously, but what constitutes sucky music or whatever? So I'm like getting at you, like, you know what? If that's what you think, well, let me explain to you something. Who would you substitute me with? Because you're probably going to pick somebody trash that you're going to say is good, that's better than me, and that's a laughable joke. Because they probably can't, you know, rap for a fucking lick, so I ain't hearing it. Anyway, so I thought it was a good way to kind of rebuttal that.
I'm not even fighting you, I'm fighting my anger. Your life is in danger. I'm not welcome in your hood? This isn't true. My karate teacher yelling, throw kicks at him, you'll get the boot. Bitch-ass little goof in a midget suit swimming through the blood in a little pool of his own stuff. And you know what? If I punch you and I wouldn't even hit the fist to your fucking contact to your face, you'd probably throw up. Scared little pussy bitch.
So what I like about this is, so again, my mind's working a million miles a minute, right? So I'm basically starting off by saying, hey, you know what? I'm throwing kicks at him, but I'm also saying, like, I'm throwing kicks at him, my name, like a karate teacher would be yelling at me, you know, practice this kick, you know? And so I'm saying that, and I'm saying he'll get the boot, which is slang for he's getting his ass kicked out of there, but a boot is, you can associate with kicking if you're throwing kicks or whatever. So, you know, I'm trying to make this work, and I felt like it came out pretty damn good. And then I'm also saying that, you know, he's going to get the shit beat out of him so bad he's going to be in a pool of his own blood. And I'm saying he's going to be so fucking scared that I didn't even land the punch. Like, it just got to, like, this far away. And before it even landed, he got so scared he puked because he got so damn scared.
The only reason I'm not welcome in your hood is because your entire family hates me for killing you.
So, I like the way I ended that, too. So that was me against Kate Clapper, obviously. And so what I like about that is, you know, I'm rebutting the fact that he said, you know, oh, in my hood, you wouldn't survive, you wouldn't make it, blah, blah, blah. Whereas I'm like, well, I'm going to come up with some way to say, you know what, that doesn't work. So why wouldn't they accept me in your hood, in your block, supposedly? Because I killed you. That's why they wouldn't like me. So it's a good way to flip that on him, you know, psychology. All right, so now this is the next battle I did. So this is Tyson Jr. He also accepted pretty damn quick, so that was dope. You know, shout out to him. He accepted the challenge pretty quick. So, all right.
This is a live stream freestyle rap battle. I appreciate you coming on, Tyson Jr. Just go ahead, and whenever you're ready, you can go first. This is a 1 round unlimited, and I'll go after.
Can you hear me? All right, Tyson Jr., let's go. At the sight of Adam, my aim is at him, blazing at him. I'll start raining caps from my gat, or if I get bored, I'll get my machete and stab him with that. I'm good in the kitchen, I'm cutting whites up, I'm good with precision. Lights out is what I rhyme about. I will stab Adam and his friend, stab Adam in his abdomen. Stab him in the ankles to see Adam trip. Adam's retarded. That's why they say you gotta see Adam spit.
So, all right, he's going in. What I like about this, I'm not gonna lie, I don't love these lines, and that's not biased. I'm just saying, like, I don't love them, but what I do like is he is associating my name a lot into these. He's incorporating my name into these, which is dope, so that's cool. And I do like that last line because, no, that's been said before. I can go all the way back. I can think of a rap battle in, believe it or not, 2003, where somebody said something about, I spit more than a bus full of retarded kids. That was something that was said in the rap battle. And so, like, that's not like a new concept to associate spit, which is a slang for rapping, and being retarded. So that's nothing new. But I thought, okay, at least he kind of set it up in a cool way. The way he used it, he's like, oh, that's why you got to see Adam spit, because of that, not because of rap. So at least it decently connected. So I'll give you that.
And my gun both like to talk a lot. You will be best friends. Breaking news. You'll see an end.
I laughed pretty hard when I played this back. I don't even remember him saying that at the time. Funny enough, but playing this back, breaking news, you'll see an end. Like, that's so bad, because CNN is a breaking news thing. You will see it's a news source, and breaking news, you'll see an end, like me, whatever. And the sad thing is, I've heard that before in songs and battles too. You'll see an N, or I only see BS, and like, I've heard stuff like that before. But I mean, it's funny. I don't give you props for it because it's like been done before, but I at least thought it was funny, unintentionally funny.
Don't you dare give a disc to me. I'm a bad student. I never gave a fuck about your history. How are you supposed to make money off your songs and books when that shit is free? My pockets are big green like a Christmas tree.
Hey, he got cooking there, that's for sure. A lot better. That was major improvement because, all right, he's dissing me on some relatable, understandable information. Everything I do is free when it comes to my music, my battles, when it comes to my books and all that stuff. That stuff is free. It is. I don't charge nothing. It's 100% free. So he's right. The diss makes sense in the context of if you're someone who's in rap to make money, then you are gonna dislike, well, that's okay. You wouldn't dislike me because that's not like I'm making you lose money if I'm not charging money. But it's like, yeah, you could look at it as being ass backwards because some people are only in it for money, whereas I'm not. So he's like, yeah, I don't care about your history, like a bad English student. So that was a decent simile. And, he's dissing me for that public information that I don't charge for anything. Again, so decent. So he's starting to cook here. And then, my pockets are big green like a Christmas tree. And I have heard in a rap battle say his pockets are Incredible Hulk, mad green. So, like, I've heard something similar to that, but he said his pockets are big green like a Christmas tree, and it went with the rhyme scheme. So that was a good freestyle moment. So, like, I'm giving you credit for it.
Your books are free. That's trash. You're a clown, but I'ma get the last laugh. I'll cut you up, and then you sat on the barber chair. I got text with me. It's like I'm selling hardware.
I'm only giggling because I've heard that so many times. I brought the techs with me, like we're at Best Buy. Like, I've heard stuff like that so many times. You associate tech as in repair people with a tech as in a Tech 9 gun. Like, I've heard it so many times. So if you want to give him credit for that, sure, but I've heard it too many times. So I'm just like, whatever. To me, it's not an adequate diss.
Guns busting like the Wild West. You better wear a wild vest, or maybe 3 of them. I will scump your chin, beating them, hustling like I'm in a hurry, shooting all day like I'm Curry. I ain't worried.
All right, so I had to actually ask somebody about that line because, see, when it comes to sports, honestly, I do not give a shit about sports. And I don't mean that disrespect to anybody if that's your thing or if that's your passion or whatever. It just doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck about sports. It's not my thing. If I'm at a sports game, I'll enjoy it. Then I love sports. But watching it on TV, I can't. So therefore, I'm not obsessed with it. I don't keep up with the newest sports drama or rosters or whatever. So when he said I'm shooting all day like in Curry, I ain't worried. I was trying to figure out, I was like, what is he talking about? Somebody then explained to me, obviously, NBA Steph Curry. So, all right, decent line. I'm not sure if that's been said before. I've heard somebody say in a rap battle in 2012, I'm shooting more than Kobe do when he don't want to lose. So I've kind of heard similar lines, but if you want to give him credit, all right.
You look like a fat-ass marshmallow. You a cheerleader. I'm Carmelo. You look like the Pillsbury Goat Boy. This young bull is taking your spot, old boy.
I love that because, yeah, I look like a fat-ass marshmallow, and I look like Pillsbury Doughboy. That's funny. I'm not gonna take any points away from that, and I'll give you all a bonus. One of the funniest things anybody ever said to me in a battle. This guy had a great diss. I can't front. It was funny as fuck. I still smoked him, though. I still fucking killed him. But he said, I look like Dilbert and his dog. I thought that was funny as fuck. There's a cartoon. You can look it up, Dilbert, and there's a dog in there. I thought, so call me a marshmallow, call me, or excuse me, a fat-ass marshmallow, Pillsbury Doughboy. It's funny. I'll give you to that credit. It is funny, but that's about it.
I'm a pimp. I can sell you mad bitches. You do the math, bitch. You do bad business. My knives ain't junk just because I say I'll scrap with this. I'm on my grind. I get the job done. You can't fuck with...
He said, my knives ain't junk just because I scrap with this. That's actually pretty damn good. I give you credit for that. So, not bad at all. There was good wordplay mechanics in there.
With this, I'm a bad priest. My gun's even touching kids, bitch.
Okay, I absolutely hate and lament that last line. I get what he's saying. He's saying that he is so scary, he is so gangster and criminal that not even kids are safe from his wrath, and his gun would even kill kids. Like, that's what he's saying. And, obviously, this is battle rap. You're not supposed to take any of this in a literal sense, obviously. But, like, I hate that line. Like, and that's why you hear my anger come out right in this rebuttal. And it's just like, what? Like, oh, there's so many other things you could say, but you got to just take it there and make me give you the face. Like, that's fucked up. It's not funny. It's just fucked up. And I'm sure somebody out there is laughing. Somebody probably does think that shit's funny, but I just thought, what the hell?
Wow. You just said you touch kids. Sounds like a confession for the baddest sin. Your penance is to never rap again.
So again, I'm starting off in my rebuttal. And keep in mind, that was the last thing he said. So my rebuttal was about that. Of all things it could be about, it was the last thing that happened, is what I rebutted. And so I said, yeah, it sounds like a confession for the baddest sin, and your penance is to never rap again. I thought that was a good way to do it, because a confession, what do you do at confession in church? You get a penance, which means something that you need to do to make up for your sin. And so I'm like, yeah, and that is the baddest sin. Don't fuck around and tell me something else is. No, harming kids, that's the worst sin. So I thought I went in on that rebuttal.
You act like you're a little spot and you're the biggest dog, but wrong animal, you pedophile. You're a chicken hawk. Look that word up. I'm not explaining it. This is where the entertainment ends. Okay, sorry for that double pause. But, yeah, I called you a chicken hawk. Look that word up. It's basically, it means a sexual predator that preys on little boys and stuff. And so, yeah, I pulled that word out because I'm like, you know what? He went there. Don't get mad at me. He went there. He said, my gun's even touching kids, bitch. And that's gross. Like, that's not whatever, And so I had to pull this out on him. I had to call him a chicken hawk. And I said, you know what? Fuck you. You don't know what that means? Then I'm not explaining it. And then by saying that, I hope that kind of makes people go, whoa, I need to look that shit up. I don't even know what that is, to see what's going on. You hate my books? Just for you, I'll make a new non-fiction story after Tyson Jr., the phony actor. You'll die in the first chapter, and the name of that will be called Chapter 1, The Worst Rapper.
I've thought that was a good fucking rebuttal. Please give me some credit for that. Because I'm rebuttaling the fact that he's saying, my books are free. And he said, your books are free, that's trash. And here I am coming up, I'm like, you know what? Just because you said that, I'm going to make a new book. I'm going to call it, Tyson Jr., the phony actor. And on this chapter, it's going to be called the Worst Rapper. Come on. That was crazy. I incorporated the whole book theme into that shit. I thought that was a fire fucking rebuttal, if I do say so myself.
At least people can look me up. You sound weak, as in someone I could beat up.
I actually really like that too, honestly. Honestly. Because, yeah, people can look me up. My face is on the internet. I have, over 100 videos or whatever. I have like 40 songs at this point in time anyway. And all this stuff. Yeah, I'm someone you can look up. And him, I don't know, unless now maybe he's done a lot. I don't know. But, at the time, obviously, I didn't know anything about dudes. So I'm like, yeah, but you, who I don't know, who I haven't looked up, sound weak, as in someone that little old me could beat up. So I thought that shit came out well. I thought, I'm going in.
Tyson Jr. won't win this battle, so people will say that guy's a loser. I'll teach you how to rap later. I'll hire you a licensed tutor. My guns are silent. You won't be able to find the shooter. I
thought that was pretty fucking good, honestly. That was a good name flip, in my opinion. Because not only am I using his name against him, I'm giving you things to think about. I'm like, yeah, this guy's a loser, and I'm saying, well, because he won't win, the guy's a loser. I'm saying, yeah, I'll teach you how to rap. I'll give you a licensed tutor, as in that's how bad he is. I'm saying you're going to need help to get to anywhere above that shitty level you're on, And I'm saying in retrospect, I respect you for accepting the challenge and coming at me. But I'm just saying, in the moment. And then, how many ways can you use a gun in a rap battle? It's been overdone. It's oversaturated. There's so many ways to use guns. So I said, silencer. You won't be able to find the shooter. I thought I fucking killed the name flip. Come on.
Heard a lot of stab this, stab that. I'll explain to everyone who's wondering. I'm perfectly unharmed. Only my ears are suffering. I'm like a dried...
I thought I did that shit right. Because, yeah, you know what? That's something that I like to think in the breaking the fourth wall kind of mindset once in a while. And I go, as I'm rapping, sometimes I try and think, because my mind is so crazy when I'm in that mode. I go, what are people listening to us thinking about? I want to say things that are going to shock them, to make them like this moment and feel it and whatever. And I'm also trying to think of things to say that are going to make them react in a different way. So that's how I thought about that as I'm going. I'm like, let me go back.
Jr. won't win this battle, so people will say that guy's a loser. I'll teach you how to rap later. I'll hire you a licensed tutor. My guns are silent. You won't be able to find the shooter. I heard a lot of stab this, stab that. I'll explain to everyone who's wondering. I'm perfectly unharmed. Only my ears are suffering.
Yeah, so again, he's hit me, and it's not that I don't do it too, okay, but at least in my opinion, I do it so well at a high enough efficiency, high enough level that it's like you can't take away how good it was. Whereas if it's simple as I'm stabbing Adam in the abdomen, stab Adam and his friend, it's like that's so basic. So when it's that's coming at me, I'm taking that and I'm saying, hey, I'm not even hurt right now, even though you just heard that I was going to be hurt, but only my ears are suffering. So not only did I diss the fact that he's weak with this battling type of lyric shit of stab him and his friend, but I'm also saying I am suffering though because you suck and I have to hear it. So I thought I did a good job with that shit.
I'm like a dried lawn and #1 player because no one is cutting me.
I thought that was fucking fire. I don't know what was going through my head. I think, no joke, I think I mowed the lawn that fucking day. I'm serious. I think that day I mowed the lawn and thought about that and put it into this freestyle, like as I'm going in, and I'm like, what else can I say? Because I'm like, I'm trying to prove that I'm not harmed, and so I'm like, well, I'm like a dried lawn because no one's cutting me, and then I had to incorporate that, being a good player in a sport, like I'm like, you know, it just happened to be like the stars aligned on me that day. Like, I'm trying to think of how to say you're not hurting me, and in this case, you're not cutting me. So, like, things just came, man. I'm telling you, this is what happens when you get me in battle mode. I thought that was fire.
Get cut, slashed, and gutted fast. Poke holes in your cheeks. Press hard and slowly release, each holding a unique piece of flesh. Put the sharpest part of it in between your teeth like a floss. Pick and pluck pieces off. I'll end up gushing your cheek off onto my wet red blade. So the next time you'll look at me sideways, I'll be able to see your teeth without an x-ray.
I thought that was fire as fuck. Because not only am I going in with the violence and stuff, I'm giving you motherfuckers imagery. And I'm doing it better than he did. And I ended it with a crazy way. I said, I'm cutting and I'm plucking so many pieces of flesh off you that from now on, when you look at me sideways point of view, that I'll be able to see your teeth without an x-ray. Like, shit, I thought that was fucking crazy.
You're not cutting shit. You're not cut for this, so stop with this fucking foolery. With my sharp tool, you'll get several piercings, and you didn't even order body jewelry.
Again, killing it right now. He got several body piercings, and he didn't even order body jewelry. Not like nose ring and earring, body jewelry. He didn't even order that, and come on, that was fucking crazy. I'm going in.
Motherfucker, I'm anxious to hear you review this battle after, as you snitch and call this a threat and make up a statement. I'll use my knife on your torso to solve algebraic equations.
So, one thing crazy about that shit is, again, for some reason, I guess in this battle, I did it the most. Breaking the fourth wall again. I'm like, yeah, you know what? After this battle, and so therefore when you're listening after this battle and you hear me say after this battle, you're going to start thinking, oh, okay, he's referring to the time now. You know, so it's like, whoa, it really kind of crazy quantum leap there. But, you know, I'm basically saying, yeah, you know what? You're probably so much of a bitch. You're probably going to, like, submit this to the authorities and be like, oh, Adam threatened me. Adam threatened, you know. I thought that was fucking fire.
Shit, you weak, stupid imbecile. I could beat you using an accent. Fuck it, you're terrible. I hope the next time you go faster, you're the wackest. People in the chat said, Adam Tyson is so boring. Is there any way to fast forward? I mean, you're not a pimp either, by the way. You're a polygamist. Those ugly women you probably do cunnilingus with.
I had to kill him with that, too. Again, rebuttals come out of nowhere sometimes. It's not always right in the middle, or it's not always right at the beginning of the battle. Sometimes it's right at the middle, and sometimes at the very end. I'm like, yeah, he's calling himself a pimp. You got bad bitches. You heard him say that. So again, I'm coming at him with that. I'm like, nah, you're just a polygamist, and you got ugly women that you're with. You know, I'm making it sound bad for his case that he's saying I'm a pimp. I'm proud of that. Whereas I'm making him look bad because of that. So I'm doing my job right now.
I don't believe you're a pimp. Your wives don't count. I bet you fantasize about other rappers' lives. And their girls that they have with them, you probably get rejected, so you're tripping. You must have trouble comprehending females because you just can't get women.
And yeah, see that one? Like, again, my mind is going really fast. I'm trying to think of a way to say that he doesn't get women. In other words, in slang terms, he doesn't get pussy. He doesn't get laid. So I'm like, how do I think of a way to say that without just saying, you don't get laid? I mean, because I could do that, obviously, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better so that people will remember it more, and people will give me more credit, more points for that, because anybody could say, you don't get pussy. So I'm doing it better. And so I'm like, how do I say he can't get women? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, because he can't get women, he can't comprehend them, and then he can't get them in either way. So it's a cool, just sick double that came out well. So
fuck out of here. Your life has always been shitty, and I'm not nitpicking. You're hungry watching me picnicking. I'm a fortune teller. I'll message your mother her future. I'm dick picking.
That was fucking crazy. Man, sometimes I'm telling you, when I'm in this mode, just watch out. I don't play. Because the thing, I don't hold back. I don't lose. This is the thing. This is my talent, okay? Rap is my talent. And I am not holding back for nobody. I'm not going to lose. I'm coming at you. I'm going to fucking try and kill you with everything I got. So, yeah, I had to come out there. And, yeah, I'm like, I'm like, what can I say to this dude? And it finally hit me at the right time. I said, because I'm thinking of like, how can I say something about, fucking him up in another sense, as in attacking someone else that he loves. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm a fortune teller because I'm sending your dick pics. So I'm telling her future, which is dick picking. Like I said, going really fast, trying to think of a way to make this work. I'm like, how can I hurt this dude? And that's what you do. You try and think of every way possible to hurt a dude, but you also constantly thinking, how can I do that creatively as well? It, like, the way when you freestyle, I'm telling you, it's a rush. You're thinking of 10 things at one time, and you're trying to just make it work. And that I like the way this came out. I thought that was good as fuck.
Tons of metal sluggers in my bag. You'll ask me as you discover, Adam, is that a batch you brought? Batch and bat, that's a fact. My rhyme's intact.
I thought that was fire. Is that a batch you brought? And it's like, as in a bag of things. That's a bag of sluggers. So is that a batch you brought? And then baseball bat, a slugger. Is that a bat you brought? I thought that was fucking fire.
But fuck all that. I'll fight you fair. In your happy place, I'll fight you there. I'll do some type of spin and a kick. You'll be legitimately hit and your skull will crack and I'll see a chip of it. Flip and switch. Block your next punch, elbow your neck up. I'm short, but saying I can't fight is a misconception. When I kick, I hit this bitch with perfection. It's like dropping building blocks. My leg goes in different directions.
Yes, I love it when this happens. Sometimes when I'm freestyling violent imagery, it's just good rhyming and just great rhyme schemes going on and whatever, and that's fine too. But once in a while, I'm able to incorporate some crazy metaphor with it. So I said, dropping my leg goes in different directions, like building blocks. Come on, that's fucking crazy. Legos are building blocks, and my leg goes in different directions. Come on, that was fucking crazy. I'm glad that it would have been fine anyway with just the violent imagery, but I took it a step further than that.
But you'd even hit the ground, I'll grab your ankle and I'll put you in the opposite direction as I pull you to make it painful, then slam drop you hard in different places. You'll be grounded for not understanding the gravity of this situation.
Yep.
Then after that, I'll pick you up as you can barely speak. The fight was like 20 seconds, but you'll feel like it was a long time, like you were there a week. And in this altercation, you're fucking doomed. I'll start bending your knee backwards. It's like having a rod in it because your leg is screwed.
I thought that was fucking crazy too. It's like, it's going along the same thing I just said, so I won't repeat it, but the same line of thinking, violent imagery, and add something else to make it even better in figurative language sense of application. And like, I'm lucky because I know someone in my family that had this happen. That's how this line was able to work. If this didn't happen to them, they didn't have this surgery, I wouldn't have had this line come to me when I'm fucking freestyling. Yeah, she had her leg, her knee was bent in a bad direction, and they actually had to put a rod and screw in her fucking leg. So I thought, I'm like, that's how I'm going to get this motherfucker in this moment while I'm rapping. I'm saying, I'm taking that leg, I'm going to bend your knees backward. It's like having a rod in it. Your leg is screwed. Double meaning. Your leg is screwed, and literally if there's a rod in it, your leg is actually screwed with a fucking screw. Oh, man. Sometimes I'm in that fucking mode, you guys. I'm telling you, that was awesome.
Fucker, I'll kick your ass. Your friends and all their little fucking asses. There's no way you're gonna end up in my fucking bracket. Tons of blood splashing. It'll look like I'm painting with a limited color palette.
Let's go.
Get your fucking self severely smacked up. For more than one reason, you won't be able to get back up because you don't have any friends and because you're dead.
Yep,
don't have
back
any
up.
Backup.
Can't get back up. Double meaning. Yep.
You'll finally get your wish, performing in front of an audience. Unfortunately, it's for the jury, and that is only if I let you stay alive. No promises.
Fire. Yes. Because again, I'm trying to think of ways to manipulate the situation in my favor since it's my turn to rap. You know, I got the talking stick, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? He'll finally get to speak in front of an audience, but it's going to be for a jury because he's going to be like, that was the man that attacked me. All right.
Adam Stark here. This is another live stream freestyle rap battle. I was actually challenged by our guest here, which is Quincy Pop Smoke. He said he wants to get in. He's got some words for me, I guess. So, all right, it is a 1-round unlimited freestyle battle. Quincy, go ahead and test your mic and go ahead. I'll go after.
All right, so this one was fucking crazy. Okay, so he challenged me. I didn't put out the thing on social media at this time. I didn't say ready for a challenge or anything, but he came to me. I was like, okay, cool. He gets on the stream. He is whispering. I didn't think anything of it because I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe he's like, when the battle starts, maybe he'll go in his car or something, and then he'll be able to scream and yell at me or whatever. That's what I figured. You know, it's not a weird thing at all. You know, you're in front of other people. Maybe you're in front of kids. You're like, all right, I'll be right there and I'm going to battle. But this fucking kid, he whispered this whole battle. I couldn't fucking believe it. Like, it gave me so much material. And then he said something very offensive about autistic people. And that also pissed me off. And that gave me a lot of anger and a lot of material. Okay, so like I was able to just go in. He gave me so much fucking material to go in on. It was fucking crazy. But another side story I'm just going to say. Okay, this is the thing. I didn't know this at the time. And you know, if that's bad, that's bad, whatever. I didn't know there was actually a rapper named Pop Smoke. I didn't know that. His name that I'm battling is Quincy Pop Smoke. So at one point, I'm at the store and I see this shirt and it said something Pop Smoke in the place or something, and I'm going, did that motherfucker I battle make like a shirt or something? Does he have a clothing line? And then obviously the lady at the store explained to me, no, Pop Smoke is a rapper from the South who passed away or something. And I was like, oh, damn. So there's another rapper named Pop Smoke. So his name isn't even original. Had I known that, that would have been even more material to hit him with. So, man, let's go. This is the weirdest shit in my life. This motherfucker whispered everything he said.
My bad. I'm ready. I just can't be too loud where I'm at, yo.
And why would he say that? Why would you say, I can't be loud where I'm at? Like, that just sounds worse. Like, don't explain it. Just go. Like, if you're gonna rap anyway, just go. Why would you say that? Like, you're giving me so much ammo.
Listen, I will bury, bro. The scenario is I got guns and my heat will flame liars. I'm always strapped like a safe driver.
Strapped.
I got big bills and you're a change finder. Punk ass bitch, suck a fat dick. You're so dumb you'd cook crack in a microwave.
Okay.
You're bald. You look twice your age. You dumbass. Are you a twit or something? I saw your Facebook for the exit, you homo. I'm going in to grab the photo. I said that because you're antisocial.
Dude tried to do a scheme, and he didn't make any entendres. He didn't make any metaphors. No double, multiple, triple meanings in that or nothing. I mean, I know it's freestyle, but he didn't, you know, try and say that just, are you a twit or something? I saw your Facebook for the exit. I went in to gram the photo. It just to say you're antisocial. What? Like, what? Just social? So that's the connecting word to do this word association thing. Like, so, what the fuck was this? So bad.
My bars are so hot, you can get sunburnt. You probably keep Viagra pills in your cupboard. Fucking with my block will get your family shot. Like Pizza Hut, I'll order you a family box.
Now, also, I have heard, maybe not Pizza Hut, but I have heard that line before. Not word for word, no, it's not what I'm saying. I understand that these things happen. I'm not saying you intentionally did that or whatever. But I've heard, you know, blah, 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 we're going to, your whole family in coffins, like we're going to such and such and ordering at the restaurant the family box. Like, I've heard that shit before. Just saying.
I'm good with these sticks like battle drums. Fucking with me, you'll get bucks in return like a tax refund.
I've heard that before, I promise.
Hate you for being optimistic. I hate you because you're retarded and autistic.
That line pissed me off. That did piss me off. And you hear me in that rebuttal. I got fucking turned up in this battle. Because that's just messed up, man. There's no reason to say that. There's nothing... That doesn't help your situation. That's not like an adequate diss. You're not even saying it in like a way that could be construed as a comparative like insult or comparison. You're just saying, I hate you because I hate them. And that's sick. So, nah. Oh, I hated that. And you hear it in my rebuttal, my whole fucking round, basically.
4th of July party. My block is lit. I'll play the 5th after I shot the shit. Like Wu-Tang, you don't know who that killer be. Like it's anonymous. My ghetto would scare the devil. See me on my street, not even the daredevil. I'll blare metal.
What does that mean?
Shoot you so much, you'll resemble Jello.
I'll resemble Jello. I fucking... Dude, this... I'm glad my memory doesn't work so well sometimes. He said, shoot me so much I'll resemble Jello. What does that mean? This is like, I'm trying to help you. Like, am I assuming that means like bullets, bullet, and then just blood comes out and it looks like red Jello? Like, I don't know.
You shouldn't rap. Stick to techno. My gun is glued to me. I can never let go. Fuck Adam Stark. Adam's a mark. Pussy dies slow. I'm the main attraction, and you're just a sideshow. I'm a Tyrannosaurus, but does that mean I'm gonna die? No.
Dude, what? Like, this shit sounded like it was written in like 1987. Like, he said, I'm a Tyrannosaurus, but does that mean I'm gonna die? No. What? Horrible. Fucking horrible.
You shouldn't be rapping, hater. I'll punish you for that bad behavior.
That just sounds
Battling
wrong.
me is like being in an elevator with an alligator. Fuck you.
And you hear my rebuttal, like, I instantly, just like on that last battle, I didn't even catch that, but until now, I guess this makes two battles where I rebutted the actual last thing that the other battler said. So I thought, yeah, he said, battling me is like battling an alligator in an elevator. The fuck?
You just rhymed elevator and alligator. Welcome to Rhyming Orientation. Hello, stranger. I'm your navigator. Mark my...
How fire was that? I said, hello, stranger. I'm your navigator. Like, this is Rhyming 101. Like, I'm taking you to class now. These are two things that don't work. They don't work. They don't rhyme, but I'm going to teach you better because I rhymed both of them, motherfuckers. And I insulted you in that process, too, by saying you're taking you to rhyme school now.
Birds, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up for dissing people with autism. I don't have it personally, but that doesn't make your hate speech at all different.
That's a fact.
And speaking of speech, I tested every rapper opponent for their loudness and decibel components, and Quincy of volume measured the lowest.
Yeah, got you. I got you, bitch. Here's the thing. You know, I'm trying to think of name flips, and I'm trying to say, how, you know, as I'm thinking of my rebuttal, I'm like, how am I going to get this dude? So not only am I going to use his name, but I'm going to talk about how he's a quiet little bitch. So I'm thinking in my head as I'm trying to come up with a rebuttal. And then I put that rebuttal on the side because I do my other rebuttal because he ended it by saying elevator, alligator. And so I come up with this shit and I'm like, you know what? All the opponents of all measured the lowest. And volume measured the lowest because I'm talking about frequencies. So that shit just played out nice. That was fucking fire, man.
Volume measured the lowest. You quiet whispering bitch. You lost your voice and lost this battle quick. You said I'm bald. Wow, observant. Just for that, I'll be your next stylist. You're immature. When I hear you, I think of a toddler plate. Childish.
Yes.
Fucking
Yes.
put you in a closed...
Yes. I love that. Sorry, I had to get my cat on. Cat's getting in trouble here. No, but I thought that was fire as fuck, too. I said, you're like a toddler plate. Childish. Come on. Childish, child dish, 2-word conjunction. Fucking fire, man. This is what happens when you get me mad. You motherfuckers don't understand. I'm going to outwit you. I'm going to more creatively beat the shit out of you, and that's what I did.
I bet in speech classes your words were closed captioned. If you were next to me and my sensitive ears on a roller coaster, happy camper. If you were telling someone how to defuse a bomb, that's a hazard.
I thought you could tell I was laughing when I said it, because I'm like, normally when I battle, I'm not really laughing at people. I'm just like, I hate you. I'm doing this. I'm going. But he was so weird. I was like laughing at the shit that I'm saying because it's so funny. The whole situation was funny to me. So I thought that was a creative way to diss him. Again, to my credit, I said, if you're given instructions on how to defuse a bomb, which is something you have to do quickly or people will die, that's a hazard because you're so quiet. And then I'm also saying that if you're next to me on a fucking roller coaster screaming, I'm a happy camper. My ears aren't going to be hurt from your screaming because you're quiet.
Next time you battle, you need a lozenge and a hot tea first. Oh, wait, I figured it out. You live with mommy and are scared of getting embarrassed by your parents. You're scared of me. I'm going to tear you bad. You can't hide your emotions. It's like you're blowing a bubble. We can all see through this fear you have.
I got to say, that is absolutely one of my favorite freestyle moments ever in my whole life. And that includes all of my, not just my battles, and not just my unfilmed battles, but my fucking 7 hours of freestyle footage. I'm so proud of that fucking moment because that's amazing. I said, like, we see that you're scared. Like, we see that. And I said, it's like blowing a bubble. We can see through this fear you have. We can see through this sphere, which is a bubble. It's a see-through sphere. And we can see through this fear you have because we can see that shit. We can understand it, and it's transparent. Like, I fucking destroyed him with that one line. Come on. That line is fucking crazy. I can't believe I came up with that. Like, I'm telling you, I was in that mode. I'm like, I'm going to come up with as many fucking things I can creatively to destroy this bitch. And so that's one of my favorite shits I ever said, fucking period. And it was freestyle, too. I was on fucking fire that day.
This fear, fuck it. Your voice is at a very low frequency. I consider you a frequency. I'll put your head in a fucking chokehold so long people will be screaming frequency.
Come on, that was a crazy fucking name flip. Come on, give me that credit, man. That name flip was insane. Frequency, and come on, frequency. That was fucking crazy, man. I love that shit. His name. I was able to play with that shit a lot.
I should scream and swear louder to get you in trouble with your parents. Watch this fucker get embarrassed. You're the first rapper I ever met that can say the art of actually rapping is an obstacle. You should have called in sick and be the first rapper to show up to a battle with
a doctor's note.
You little bitch voice disease. I've never heard of a case like this. I bet when you're arrested, cops don't even have to tell you your right to remain
silent. Yeah, cops don't even have to tell you your right to remain silent. Come on. That was my friend's, who's another rapper. That was my friend's favorite line of this whole show. He said he was dying laughing when I said that.
Watch this bitch get destroyed. I'll throw a curveball with the baseball at your windpipe. Congratulations, you finally got some pitch in your voice.
I thought that was fire, actually. I said I threw a baseball at his windpipe, and now he's got some pitch in his voice. That was fucking fire, man. That was another fucking good rebuttal moment. I'm rebuttaling the fact that he's whispering and he has no pitch in his voice, and I'm saying a baseball pitch, and he's so quiet. Now he's got pitch in his windpipe where his voice would come out. Come on, that's fucking crazy, man.
You wouldn't be able to snitch and talk to the feds, and if you did, well, they wouldn't be able to tell
all what you said.
I'll hit you so fucking hard you'll be demonstrating record-breaking meditation. That's how long you'll sleep. You're soft and weak. You're an emo goth bitch. This battle will give you an emotional breakdown. If I kick the lower part of your leg, your emotion will break down.
Emotional breakdown. And I said he's a god-scared little pussy bitch. Emotion. shin on your leg will break down. Shin apostrophe LL will break down. That's how you make words connect. Emotional, emo, shin will break down. That was fucking crazy, man.
Your fucking dumbass wouldn't even be a captain if you were driving a boat now. You'll get demoted for tripping, and you'll see your ankle go down.
I think that line went over people's heads, and I don't blame them, because I definitely said it a little awkwardly, but I'm freestyling. I'm trying my best to come up with as many fucking things as I can in this bitch. And so I'm saying, like, well, again, with the emo shin will break down, I'm also saying is going down. We'll see your rank will go down, your ankle go down, and your rank, apostrophe LL, will go down, as in he's getting demoted. He's no longer a captain. You know, it was a good double, but I definitely said it awkwardly. I'm sure people might have missed the rhyme on that one.
Wrinkle, go down, wrinkle, go, fucking doubles out the ass, man.
Yup.
Fuck it, you don't need a gun. You know, I bet you take heroin needles to go on a shooting spree.
Shooting spree.
I'll pull out my magnetic knife. You'll think it was glued to your stupid cheek after the blood goes pouring out and ruins your tea. Red dots on your face. Look at the bright side. At least now it looks like you're going through puberty.
Yup.
Motherfucker.
That was crazy.
You the fuck out. It'll look like you got a face tattoo of a
black shoe.
Show you someone that's got the power. You're a bitch. You're a scared bunch of cattle. Get it? A cow herd. Fucking coward, bitch.
Coward, cow herd.
Until you stop
Another.
living. Your future is like your ex. It's not pretty. Steal your life and carry your body out the store. They don't know whether to charge me with homicide or shoplifting.
I thought that was crazy, too. I was trying to think of a way to say that. I was trying to think of a way to say something that rhymes with taking your body out the store, like shoplifting, and it just came out beautifully, man. I said, I'm going to steal your life and carry out the store. They don't know whether to charge me homicide or shoplifting. You're stealing and taking something out the store, killing somebody. Come on, that's fucking crazy.
Fuck it. I'll put the knife and gun away so you don't run away. You're done today. I will punch and break your ugly face. You'll find out how your stomach tastes. I'll do a backward spinning kick. You'll try to block it really quick, but even if it'll miss, I'll retract my foot back with your wrist in it, force it down, and your arm will be in harm, it seems. You can't overpower me. Your bitch-ass voice already sounds like you can hardly breathe. You won't get this beat down off no matter how hard you squeeze. I'll anticipate you to punch with your free hand and lower my body to distort it. Feed you a few fists to the stomach like a rental spot for you to store it. Then I'll grab your stupid fucking hair and try and throw it to my other hand. Miss on purpose, and you'll be face first on the fucking sand. I will fuck you up and ruin you, dude. I'll hit your forehead with your own hand in front of it, touching it too. It'll look like I'm making a toy army doll do a salute. Sir, yes, sir. Type of shit. You lost this war, you sick piece of trash. Your career fell so far, you need a parachute. Gun to your head. Here's how you will perish. Shoot, bitch.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Dissing autistic people. Fuck you.
Thought that was crazy. Parachute, and how will you perish? Shoot with a gun to your head. That was fucking crazy, man. So I don't think that one's even a debate. I destroyed that motherfucker pretty bad. And you know what? He deserved it, though. He said that shit about autistic people.
Adam Stark here. Thank you for joining us, Nick the Shooter. This is a one-round, unlimited time freestyle rap battle. Go ahead and go first, and then I'll follow.
All right, so this is a good battle as well. This dude is, most people that I've talked to, this is their favorite dude that ever battled me. So shout out to you. Definitely got some people got their ears open. They respect you. You know, honestly, I think you did well. There's nothing bad I can really say. There's some critiques I'll make, but I do think I respectfully speaking, I do think I smoked the shit out of you and fucked you up badly. But then again, battling is what I fucking do. But here we go.
What's it? Nick the Shooter. I'm flipping these bricks, making street money, getting it in, making the million quick. Watch your bitch on my dick. Open the chamber, then close the casket. Your film will be used for target practice.
Okay, so right off the bat, like, the rhyming is good. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. He is going kind of fast, and in freestyle battle, sorry, my cat's distracting me. In freestyle battles, if you're gonna rap fast, you know, you got to at least have it impactful. If you're just saying different things, it's not always going to work. And that's why I'm very careful. If I end up rapping fast, I try to have it where, like, I know I'm landing on something big. Like in my battle against K-Clapper, where I was rapping fast, and I said, and I'm not talking about taking a gun apart when I say I'll detach the fifth of your ribs, you know, like, I made a point of it. Whereas he's saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to sell bricks, I'm going to do that. And then he said, use your son for target practice. And I don't have a son. This is 2021, okay? I don't have a son. So when I heard that was one of my first rebuttals I thought of. I'm like, what a weird thing to just assume, you know? like I don't know. But anyway.
Clock the double nickels, clap you with the muzzle pistol. Watch out, my magazines can give you a couple issues.
So, yeah. Magazines can give you a couple issues. That's you know, I've heard stuff like that before, because in case those of you that didn't know. Okay, magazine and issue, there's issues of magazines, as in what you read. But also, magazines are ammunition that goes into guns. So he's saying magazines will give you issues, just like associating reading magazines with issues of them. And then he's saying the gun ammo magazines will give me issues, as in I'll get shot or whatever. So, you know, pretty cool wordplay there.
On my vest, get your chest hit. Better get you a vest quick. That's your best investment. Shoot your windows until it looks like a drive-through, and a drive-by too. Bullets will fly by you. Kick ass, you in a rapper, you a big ass.
I have a problem with this line because, look, and it is what it is. You know, you guys want my honest reaction? That's what I'm gonna give you. Okay, you know, like the stuff he's saying. I'm gonna shoot you through the window. It'll drive by you. It'll drive by you. But what I don't like, he said, bullets will fly by you. Like that, what? They're gonna fly by me, so you're missing with your bullets? Like that doesn't work. That means you're not good at aiming, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing in this battle. But anyway.
So weak your handle probably Blake ass. You look like Mr. Clean, turn into a fiend. Mr. Bald Head, Mr. Get No Head, Mr. Get No Bread. Load it up, watch this full clip go spread. Adam, I got your annual income on my wrist, son. Rob you Sunday through Saturday, cause you're weak. You ain't hood, you a...
He said, I got your annual income on my wrist, son. And he said, rob you Sunday through Saturday because you're weak. What? There's so many times weak, W-E-E-K and W-E-A-K, have been used before. That is the weirdest example I've ever heard. But so it's not like 100% stolen line, but I mean, come on, that shit's been done so many times.
Take ass, bitch. You running with them Jake's ass, bitch. Let the shooter.
Yep. So, okay. This was the first time I ever was told in a battle that I'm a cake-ass bitch. And now, I didn't know what that meant at the time. So I was trying to think of, like a cake-ass bitch. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I didn't know at the time. So I used that against him. And so you'll see here.
Cake. Really? When it comes to whack rhymes, my ears were not prepared. Freeze your body and point to your skin that's in pain. It's similar to cake. I bet the frosting's there.
That was fucking crazy. Frozen body, point to the skin, it's like cake. I bet the frosting's there. Cake. The frosting's there. The frosting's there on cake. And pointing to the body that's frozen, I bet the frost stings there. Come on. Fucking crazy. Right off the rip, too.
That's a double. Your dumbass is in trouble. And hey, everyone, it's 2021. You heard him. But, yo, I don't have a fucking son. Oh, I just realized I was wrong. Years ago, I must have fucked your mother and forgot. All the while, you've been fucking some ugly fucking twats. Nick, you belong in a hospital.
Okay, hold on. That one was crazy. This one I thought of, and I'm like, yes. I don't think a lot of people caught it. I said, Nick, you belong in the hospital. Okay, a NICU is a place in a hospital. That's a intensive care unit. And so I'm just associative wordplay. NICU belong in a hospital. NICU does belong in a hospital. And I'm saying, Nick, you belong in a hospital, you know, because I'm fighting him or whatever. I thought that shit was fire.
All the while, you've been fucking some ugly fucking twats. Nick, you belong in a hospital. You smoke a lot. And fuck underage girls, damn it. Think about it. I'm saying nicotine addict.
That was fucking crazy. That might be the best, possibly the best name flip I've ever done, period. Motherfucker, that was nuts. I said he's smoking and addicted to underage girls, damn it. Nick, a teen addict. Oh, that's fucking crazy. Nick, a teen addict. Underage girls. Nick, a teen addict. And you smoke a lot. Nicotine addict. Come on. Fucking crazy, dude. I fucking smoked you with that line.
Fucking crazy. You're the very first battle rapper turned auctioneer. At your funeral, no one will even drop a tear. No homie will pour a liquor for you. No one will comp a beer. I'll beat your annoying ass anytime, any place. I wish we could go to ancient times. I could kill you with a rod or spear.
So,
fuck you.
Again, the thing is, when people fast rap, I am a fast rapper. You know, he might not have known that, and that's fine. But one thing that I do also is fast raps. I do it with a stopwatch on camera because I like to prove that I can do it really fast. And so when I heard him fast rapping, I'm like, at some point in this, I'm going to have to out fast rap him. Because I'm sure some people are going to like that and respect it. Be like, because then if somebody were to say, well, Nick the Shooter was a lot faster, that somebody might give him points for that. But if I'm faster than him too, on top of everything else I'm doing to him, no, I'm fucking smoking him. So I like what I did there. I'm just trying to think of things to say, and I'm like, yeah, you'll be the first rapper turned auctioneer, because you associate that with fast speaking. And I'm like, you know, we go to blah, 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 and I'm like, we even go to ancient times in battle, and I'd kill you with a rod and spear. Like, come on, fucking killing him.
Sloppy, weird, fast rap wannabe / carbon copy here. I'll fucking catch you as soon as you put in your garage code, and as soon as you stop home, my knuckles will hit your chin. Blood will cover every inch of it, and I barely had a motive to even hit you with. You're just a useless hater's simpleton, and as you lay flat on the garage floor, I'll keep repeatedly squishing your throat with the garage door.
Boom.
You're a weak, pathetic, punk-ass bitch, and now your insides prove that when it comes to you, there's not any hardcore.
Hardcore.
Keep fucking pushing down more while looking at your body to keep trying to crush it. I'm like a detective as I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
I mean, that's fucking crazy, too. Again, I'm saying, like, on his throat, I'm trying to shove the garage door, the fucking garage door, okay? I'm trying to shut that so many times on his throat that I want to be able to see the floor under it. So, like, his head detaches, I can see the floor. So, again, instead of just saying that, I made a good-ass comparison. I said, it's like a detective. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, get to the bottom of it, and a detective is trying to get to the bottom of it, which means they're trying to solve the case. Come on. Fucking crazy, man.
I can bring your whole campaign like I'm preparing your election speech. Your weak insults are not affecting me. It's like my phone broke while you sent a text message because your words can't get to me.
Yes. Your words can't get to me. Come on, that was fucking crazy, too. Because I'm saying, like, your words aren't affecting me, but I'm also saying it's like, you know, the text didn't get through. Your words, because that's what a text message is, if your text message cannot be received by my phone device, then your words literally can't get to me. And I'm saying, like, your words aren't affecting me, so they can't get to me. That was fucking crazy. Come on, I'm fucking killing, dude.
You and your lame political stature. You're an unoriginal rapper. Bitch made no skills. Those are your typical factors. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my chapter on killing a rapper. Bitch, you better quickly run fast. The moment I flick my mustache, I'll kick your bum ass. Your girlfriend is so fucking ugly that when she's naked, your dick becomes sad.
Let's go. Come on, that was fucking crazy. You know, it's one of those things when I'm rhyming, sometimes when I freestyle, I go like this. Okay, make it rhyme, another insult. Make it rhyme, have another insult. Make it rhyme, have another insult. That's what I'm doing there. I'm like, how can I rhyme this? I'm like, I'll kick your bum ass as soon as I flick my mustache. Like, that's all it takes for me to... And I'm ready to fucking kick your ass. Like, that's all it takes. Not like, you know, take my jacket off and do one of these or whatever. No, just... I'm ready. I'm gonna fuck you up. And then on top of that, I said... Because, you know, he was making a generic insult about my women. in his round. So I'm like, you know what? Your girlfriend's so fucking ugly that when she's naked, your dick becomes sad. I mean, it not only did that rhyme perfectly in the pattern and everything, but it's a good fucking diss. Let's go.
I'll make this clear like your mind after a vacant memory. She's so hideous, her phone battery dies every time she takes a selfie.
That was fucking crazy, too. I mean, you'd have to be pretty ugly. I mean, this is obviously a hyperbole, but if your phone battery dies when you take a selfie because you're that ugly that the phone battery just basically commits suicide. Come on, that was fucking crazy.
And I made you hang up. What?
Oh, and I forgot. Yeah, in the actual stream, I ended up looking back at the stream because when I'm freestyling and I'm on Podbean, right? I got my phone here. I'm kind of like going like this, like I'm looking at all over the place. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna do this to you, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up quick, and I'm going, and you know what? The phone's, and all of a sudden when I looked back after I was like, all right, I've wrapped enough, I can end. I noticed he's not there. So then I go, he's not there. So I'm like, and I made you hang up. So, because that way when people watch it, they can see that obviously he left for whatever reason. So, funny shit.
For those of you waiting this long like I have, thank you, and just know that I've been waiting live for all this time too.
Yep.
And finally I messaged him again after sending him the link. He said he's not coming on at all anymore. I mean, I asked him if he wanted to reschedule. He said no.
Exactly.
He said he's just not going to battle at all. So, fuck it. I mean, even though he told me he accepted this freestyle battle challenge earlier, he's not coming on and he's not going to do it later. So, fuck it. I've decided I'm just going to freestyle now and just battle him right now. So, fuck it. Yo, I'm going to fucking battle him in his absence.
Okay, so, yeah. This pissed me the fuck off. So, I just got home from my baby cousin's 1-year-old birthday party, right? Because her birthday was on New Year's Eve, right? I was having so much fun. I was having the time of my life, great time. And on top of that, I'm like, yes. I'm like, I put that out. I thought, wouldn't that be cool to start the new year with a battle? But then on social media, dude said, yup, let's get it in. I start one stream. Like, are you coming? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Nothing. Okay. He sends me an email back. He's like, all right, let's get it in or something or whatever, and he'll send me the link again. So I do it. And you can see in the footage of the live stream, over 10 minutes went by, and that's when I finally got the emails from him, and I didn't want to believe it at first. And this motherfucker says, I changed my mind. I'm not going to battle. I don't want to battle. And I was like, well, it's okay. Can we reschedule? Like, we can do it on your time, you know? Doesn't have to do it tonight. You know, something came up, whatever. He said, no, I just don't want to battle at all. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. So I followed my instincts. I'm glad I did. I decided, make the best of it. Dude didn't show up. I battled him anyway. Battled his ghost. Didn't even say his rapper name. I'm like, I'm just going to battle this motherfucker that didn't show up and just do that instead. Make the best of it. And that's what I did. I made the best of that situation. So.
And bitch, you're gonna have this fucked up stomach when I punch it. It'll become an abscess. Yep. This guy is weak. He thought this was a game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Yep.
You would crack under the pressure of my rhyme critique.
I believe
I'll
it.
I'll diss you even though you don't have a description. Yep. But I'll still kill you quick, bitch. I have precision. I could fucking find your IP address so that I could send this guy some cyanide. Otherwise, he would bleed to death. Seriously, who the fuck accepts a battle and then backs out of it?
I'm saying.
At least you should have fucking showed up and you could stand your ground with it.
Right.
Pussy, you quit after saying yes. This is what happens when you play a vet. You better pay up, then I'll make amends. You better send me $2,500 or I'll release your rapper name. You will never see Adam tamed. He will spaz insane.
You know, while I'm saying this, like I said, I know I'm freestyling to an audience that knows that there's no one else battling. So I'm like, what can I say that's like at least be interesting or like insulting. How do you insult someone that's not there, you know? So I'm trying to think of things as I'm freestyling. I go, oh, why don't I say this? Why don't I say I'll find his IP address and hack it or whatever? And then I'm like, well, why don't I say, which I don't even know how to do that. Don't get scared like I would ever actually do that. It's just rap. But then I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm going to threaten him and be like, if you don't tell me, or if you don't give me that $2,500, that's just the random number I thought of. I'm like, if you don't give me that, buddy, I'm going to tell the world your rapper name. You know what? And maybe I still will, bitch.
After you send me that money for quitting, you'll remain a damn joke. It's like you quit this battle and became a soda salesman because you got cans sold. Get it? Canceled? Cans sold? That's another double.
That was a line on Twitter. Somebody said that was his favorite line of my battle. I'm still calling this a battle because, you know, it should have been. But, yeah, he said that was his favorite line. And I actually agree. I thought that was fucking crazy. That or the last line in this, you'll hear it. But, yeah, I'm trying to think of how many ways can I insult somebody that doesn't show up. But, again, creatively. Anybody can say, you canceled the battle. Anybody can do that. But I'm Adam Stark. I try and go above and beyond with figurative language and apply it to the situation. I said, it's like you're a soda salesman. You got cans sold. You got cans sold. You hold that S sound. You got cans sold. Double meaning, fucking killing them.
We aren't subtle beefing. It's fully on. For wasting my time, I will spam your email multiple times a day until you pay up for wasting my time away. I hope you get ditched every time you try to fuck a bitch. I hope you get offered a great job and you miss the interview.
Yes.
I'll be able to relate to that boss in the room.
I will.
That sat in their chair waiting to get to you, staring out the little window through the parking lot, and there's no cars that show up, and that's the time that has passed. It's been at least like 52 minutes. And then they also get sick of you for backing out like a minuscule-sized brain little fool that's as tardy as kids stuffed in lockers in middle school. Fuck.
I thought that was crazy, too. Not only am I coming off this crazy rhyme scheme, and, like, I'm trying to make it rhyme to the point I end up, you know, stretching out the length of time between the rhyme, and I say 52 minutes, and, like, I did all that, and then I ended it by saying, you're as tardy as kids that get stuffed in lockers in middle school. Come on, that was fucking crazy, dude. I'm killing them.
Out of here, you're an abysmal goof. I bet you suck dick so much you chipped your tooth. I'm battling your ghost right now. I'm trying to get this ghoul. I mean, how could you possibly get famous if your name is a secret? I mean, you don't got potential. Your name should just be confidential. Oh, shit, Mr. Secret Name, bitch. I'm about to continue on this tear. So I asked your mother about your rapping. Confidential figure, he's not putting his name out there. Shit, I said confidential figure, he's not putting his name out there? Another double. And yo, this is Adam Stark versus Anonymous. This is Adam versus Untitled. I would quit too if I was a bum like you. You avoided my traps as I set them out. Now pay me my set amount. You knew you sucked at life the moment you said, I'm out.
I laugh that. I love the way I ended that shit. That was funny as fuck. Like, because again, like I said, I'm trying to think of insults and a rhyme. Insults and a rhyme is what I'm doing. And I go, like, you know, you should pay me my set amount. You knew you lost this battle the moment you said, I'm out. Like, just, I love it. I even delivered that shit with some spicy flavor, man. Come on. I'm killing this motherfucker.
In this battle and shit. You've muted yourself. I don't even need to try my best, sir. You're very silent, sir, like a gun suppressor.
I don't care what anybody says. I do love that line because not only am I rhyming really well and I'm using sir as the ending of that shit. You know what? That's something me and my friend talk about. We talk about guns and stuff all the time. And you know what? It's true. Silencer is like, it's not even like a real word. The word is actually suppressor. So as I was saying that, I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're very silent, sir, like a gun suppressor, because a silencer is a gun suppressor, actually, what it's called. And I'm saying, you're silent, sir, like a gun suppressor. I thought I fucking killed it with that shit. Rhyming and the implied meaning.
you, get hurt, get burnt, even if you come back and ever return, you ain't never stopping Adam. I only know about winning. If I was a lawyer, that's the only time you could ever discuss any laws with Adam. Loss with that fucking crazy, yo.
Yeah, I love that fucking line. I thought that was good. I mean, at this point, I'm like, I'm not battling, so I'm killing somebody that's not even showing up and that backs out like a bitch. And then I'm like, so why don't I brag while I'm at it? I'm be like, you know, talking with a lawyer, that's the only time you can ever discuss any laws with Adam. Because, you know, I don't lose. So that's the only way you could discuss any loss with Adam would be in the hypothetical sense of if I'm a lawyer. And what do you discuss with a lawyer? You discuss laws, L-A-W-S, which sounds so much like loss. And then I make it understood and clairvoyant right after that shit and explain it to the point. Fucking killing them and bragging at the same fucking time.
Fuck out of here. Backing out of this battle like a bitch. Fuck you.
All right, so yeah, that was that experience. Unfortunately, it wasn't as fun of a New Year's battle that I was hoping for. I was hoping to bring in the new year with just with a battle and just go, and that's what I was hoping, but it didn't happen. But instead of just doing nothing, I made the best out of it. You know what? So it is what it is. All right, this next one, I got to tell you, this one, unfortunately, this is my biggest body bag. Unfortunately, because obviously you want close battles if you can. I mean, body bags are fun too, where it's just a clear, destroyed opponent. But unfortunately, man, Red Rum the Veteran, you choked a few times, man, and that sucks because then it's you don't even have to think. You know, it's like choke. But yeah, this was a unique situation. So I thought the timing was just fucking awesome, man. It was a few weeks before Christmas, right? Christmas for me, I celebrate it and I take it very seriously. I do a lot of stuff. So I'm busy as fuck on Christmas Eve. I'm busy. So like a few weeks before, this dude calls me out and says, I want to battle you. I want to be on your platform. And I was like, let's fucking go. That's awesome. Let's go. And you know what's fucking crazy about this too? You guys are getting another exclusive information here. I battled this motherfucker in Walmart. In the parking lot. In my car in Walmart. That's where I fucking did this battle. Fucking crazy, man. Anyway, so I didn't really get to hear him. So I didn't know that because he sounds like a teenager. I'm not saying he is. I'm not. I'm not being rude. I'm just telling you the truth. I barely got to hear him. He barely said a word before I pressed record as I explained the rules and whatever. And like what to do with your mic and stuff. And I didn't know he even had an accent. Like none of this. So there's so many things I missed out on that I couldn't insult him on because I didn't know yet. And obviously, this is the only battle of my battles on recorded that I go first instead of going second. So I couldn't rebuttal anything anyways. He said that specifically. He said in the email that he wanted me to go first because I don't. And now it is my show, so I have every right to say whatever. But you know what? I like the challenge, and I like the idea that if I'm going to battle you, I'm going to win without you having a single excuse, without you saying, well, I told him I wanted to go second, and he didn't let me. That's why I lost. I didn't want to hear nothing, so I went first anyway and fucking smoked him, even if he hadn't choked. But obviously, I didn't get to rebuttal. And I'll tell you this right now. I was thinking about being an asshole, a complete asshole. I was thinking about when he started choking and stuff in this battle, I was thinking about muting his mic and just rebuttaling his whole round right there. Be like, ha, you're cut off, bitch. Fuck you. Now I'm going to give you more. Like, I thought about it, and I decided, no. I'm going to stick to my agreement. I'm going to be a man of my word. But I thought about that. I had that evil thought I was going to be a dick, but I decided not to. So going first, before I even hit, I'm just going to say too, you know, I'm going first, and so I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't rebuttal anything he says. So in my thought process was, you know what? I'm going to brag about myself, and I'm going to also attack you at the same time. I'm going to give you a name flip because that's something I can diss you for because that's something I know. And I'm going to give you violent imagery because that can apply to any opponent no matter what. So anyways, I think I did a good job, and I like that. I'm trying to what they call pre-buttal, where you say something before they say something about it. So I thought, hey, he might say something about my music, like some of my past opponents are, and that's a fair thing. My music is public or whatever. So I'm like, well, why don't I brag about the fact that I got offered a record deal, and I have a video showing you that, so you can see the proof. And I also was #1 ranked in rap charts for 2 different cities in Minnesota before. So I'm like, I'm going to brag about that shit. I'm like, you know what? That's a good way to go, because no matter what he says, he can't take that away. You can't say, the only thing you could possibly think of is, oh, you got #1 in a redneck town that only has, 3 rappers in it, which is not true. But I'm saying, like, thinking like a rapper right now, that's the only way I might be able to say that, or, you paid Reverb Nation to do it, which is not an applicable thing either. But thinking like a rapper, like, those are the only things. But do they hold much weight? Do they hold much water? No. And I show everybody the proof. You can see it online. I show everybody that record deal I was offered in 2017. Very proud of myself for that. And I show people that I was ranked on Reverb Nation #1 in rap charts, 2 different cities, so 2 different times that happened. So, like, I'm, like, pre-buttling. I'm like, yeah, whatever you say, just people are going to remember that shit, too. So, that was my thought process. Not knowing this was going to be the funniest fucking battle I ever had in my life. I actually really appreciate you. Besides the choking, whatever, I'm telling you, I'm not even being mean. You probably think I'm being mean to you if you're listening, Red Rum the Veteran. But I needed this. I laughed so hard. Oh, man, you got me so good, man. I laughed so hard. I wasn't expecting half of this shit. It was good. And one thing I will say before I say anything mean, okay, I give it to you this. You are a genuine freestyle MC, just like me. You need a lot of work, okay, unlike me, but you are a genuine freestyler. Like, I can tell that you are, giving it your all and whatever. So I appreciate that, and it was entertaining as fuck. All right. Sorry.
This is a live stream freestyle rap battle. This is me, Adam Stark, versus Red Rum the Veteran. He called me out. He said that I never go first, so he wants me to go first. He wants to go second. I am going to actually accept your challenge. So this is a 1-round, unlimited freestyle battle. I will go first, and then you go after. So, all right, get it. Let's go. All right, shit. So, bitch, you're broke and a sore loser, so you're a poor sportsman. We should have had a coin toss to see who goes first, but your broke ass couldn't afford it.
I thought that was dope. It's like, the thing is, I'm trying to think of how to insult him before knowing what the fuck is he gonna say. So I'm like, yeah, I'm calling him broke. That's already an insult. But I'm also saying broke as in, like, injured or whatever, right? And I'm saying, yeah, poor sportsman. And then I said, we should have flipped a coin just to see who goes first, like they do in sports and shit. But your broke ass couldn't afford it, as in he couldn't afford 1 coin. So that was just funny. It was funny. It was good shit.
I'm accepting your challenge to have me go first. Whatever the fuck you're planning, you cockroach, it reminds me of unemployment. It won't work. I was #1 in rap charts for 2 cities in Reverb Nation and offered a record deal. Your career needs a growth spurt. Red Rum the Veteran? Horrible name choice. I was seeing through that backmasking satanic message.
Yep.
Praise God and fuck your underlying message. Red Rum the Veteran, I will cut your stomach section from the gut up in essence. If you don't say thank you for this motherfucking battle, I will get your mother pregnant.
Oh, man, I'm going in. So, yeah, for one thing, again, with knowing very little, nothing about him except his name, really, and that he wants me to go first. So, Red Rum the Veteran. Red Rum is murder backwards. So, yes, technically, maybe he doesn't understand this or imply this himself, but I'm just saying that is backmasking, which is a satanic art form, and I am against anything satanic. You motherfuckers hear me loud and clear. Anything satanic, I'm not a fan of. So I had to bash that shit really quick and say I'm seeing through that pussy-ass shit. Okay? Then after that, I go on to say, you know what? You should be thanking me for this battle, after everything I've already said, bragging on myself. So I said, if you don't say thank you for this battle, I'll get your mother pregnant. And now, again, understand this, in rap battles, this is going back, all the way back to the fucking 70s, maybe, the 80s for sure. There was a game called The Dozens, where you all get in a circle, you insult each other, and you say, your mother is so fat, she does this. Your mother is so ugly, she does this. Dissing mothers has gone back decades, right? So if you're offended at that, and you're not supposed to say that, you don't understand where this came from. That happened before they were even rapping insults with rhyming in it. Okay, so that's nothing new. That's something everybody's mother, hypothetically, is something that gets insulted when you're doing a rap battle. And then I go in further later. So anyway, I like, because I'm sure someone's out there is like, you shouldn't say that. But funny story too. I said, if you don't say thank you for this motherfucking battle, I'll get your mother pregnant. He never said thank you. So that's kind of bad. But also, all right, no, off of that, obviously I'm just talking shit. But also, I'm also thinking, I don't know what he's going to say. I'm going first. So he might have planned to say 10 things about my mother or something. So I'm pre-attacking that, if you hopefully understand that now. Sorry.
Speaking of pregnant, what's worse, sir? Isn't murder backwards implying that you give birth, sir? Pussy?
I thought that was fire too. Because it's true. If murder backwards, what's the opposite of murder? Is giving birth. And so I had to make it rhyme. So I'm murder, birth, sir. So I'm calling him a pussy. I'm saying, you're giving birth? Okay. So you're a pussy. Now that's double meaning technically, because a pussy, as in an actual vagina, gives birth. Duh. And I'm also saying, like, you know, you're a pussy as in an insult, as in you're an insignificant bitch. So
while you're getting a pedicure, I'll show up and someone will scream, we need a medicure. I'm going to explain why in a second here. I'll stab you with a long blade to the side of the head, and this guy will be dead before the blade pokes out of your second ear. You watch these fucking fools on the internet rap, and you thought, I could do it. I want to drown you in your own blood.
I think of that all the time. But a lot of these motherfuckers, yeah, I got bars. And you hear them rapping, they're fucking garbage. They're trash. And that's something that comes into my head all the time. I think they probably are like, oh, I see that they do it on the internet, you know? And so that means I could do that. Like, that's how I think a lot of these fucking idiots that consider themselves rap artists. I feel like that's what happens. So it applies to him too, but I mean, come on, that's funny as fuck.
But that's heavy. I'll try a lighter fluid.
Oh yeah, I said, yeah. You know, I'll try drowning in your blood, but that's heavy, so I'll try a lighter fluid.
It was a fire diss. Burn your body in this environment.
Fire diss. Burn your body in this environment. Come on. A lighter fluid, as in a lighter fluid that's lighter in weight than blood, and a lighter fluid that's flammable fucking liquid that will ignite and cause gas to fucking make fire. Come on, I'm fucking killing him.
Your punk-ass habitat was never battle rap.
Yep.
Fucking you up with the butt of the gun. Get it? I'll handle that.
Handle that?
If your mother releases my sex tape with her, I'm thinking sue her. That's where you trap a rat.
Come on, that was crazy. Sue her and sewer. You say it fast enough, sounds the same. That's where you trap a rat. Come on. Come on. I'm fucking killing them already.
Making money off the back of that. Just because it's a freestyle don't mean it's a free style. I will charge you for this. I'll be richer than shit. It reminds me of swiping my credit card in a stripper's ass. I now got money in this bitch. That room will look like I decorated it with a red spray paint can. I'll chuck your fake-ass jewelry so hard, it'll take 8 days flat to get your fake chain back. Choke you till you start to bleed.
Come on, well, that was fucking crazy. I said, it's like a credit card in a stripper's ass. I now got money in this bitch. And a common saying, in this bitch, means I got money in this location. Like, come on. That was fucking crazy. And then I fucking said, I throw your fake ass chain, it'll take 8 days flat to get your fake chain back. Come on.
Bitch, my hand's grip is like a stubborn contract dispute with a song. I won't release it.
Fire.
Then back my knees and smack this geek and crack your teeth with the Japanese crab technique.
Now, the reason I love that fucking line, you got to understand something. I have found a major passion for Kung Fu films. Absolutely love them. And no shit, I was just watching, before this battle, Heroes of the East. And there actually is a scene in that amazing fucking movie where he does the Japanese crab technique. And he does bend back his knees. That's something he does. He is in a stance where his legs are bent sideways like a crab. And he's moving like this. And he's fighting, and it looks fucking fire. And so I'm like, that's just a product of me watching so much Kung Fu recently. I decided to fucking throw that shit in my battle.
And shit. Then shoot up your squad with so many shells laying around like a hatchery.
Shells,
I can get my dog to kill you. She'll put you in your place. I'll punch your head off, or my dog will bite it off. In either case, my dog's mouth coming at you, or a fist to the face. Get it? Or a fist, or a fist. That's a double.
Yes, fucking killing him. So that's the thing, man. I love my dog, and I love both my dogs, but my one dog, I've used her for so many punchlines because she's just ferocious and awesome. And so I said, you know, I could have my dog bite your head off, or I could punch it off, you know, or a fist to the face. Come on, that's fucking crazy, dude. I freestyled that shit. I said, you know, the dog's mouth, that's an orifice, or I'm saying or a fist to the face. Fucking crazy. I'm killing this motherfucker, man.
I dare you to give me a double meaning. Bet you won't have a single one when you're done with breathing. You haters are stupid as hell. I do gangster raps, but saying myself as in I was a gangster, that never was true. But then, how come I do gangster rapping better than you?
Yes, and I mean that shit to my fucking soul, man. Okay, and again, that's another pre-buttal strategy, is if he's going to try and claim I'm not this, I'm not that, whatever, I'm going to get ahead of that shit and make that even more clear on my end, because this is a true fact. I've never once said, I'm a gangster, or I'm in a gang, or I rep a flag. I never said no shit like that ever, fucking ever. Okay, but that being said, somebody might say, well, Adam, you shouldn't do gangster rap. And I tell people, you know what? If that's true, how come I do it better then? Fucking explain that to me, bitch, because that's my thing, right? I'm talking my shit because this is a real thing. This is the type of shit that happens, okay? People will say, because they don't know somebody, they're going to say, oh, Adam Stark? No, you don't do gangster rap. Fuck out of here. And when they say that shit, and then I battle them, and then I fucking smoke them, it's good shit. It's good shit, man. It's better than I thought. In other words, translation, oh, he is good at that. He is better at gangster rap than me, and I'm a pussy because I called him out and then couldn't even give him an honest feedback after he kicked my fucking ass. That's how that shit goes down. So I'm pre-buttling that shit, and it's true. It's true. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't see, I'm not in that lifestyle at all. But yet, how come I write better than the ones that are then? Think about that for a fucking second, okay? Think about that.
I'm Adam Stark, Mr. Battle Rap's Undefeated, versus a fucking heathen.
Yes.
I hope this dude's life insurance comes with some type of a suicide occurrence.
And that was a good fucking way to end it, too. I'm saying. All right. Now, before we get to this, okay, understand this. Yes, unfortunately, he chokes a lot, and that's what sucks. But you know what is cool, though, honestly? You can count. Red Rum the Veteran actually did rebuttal several things in this. They're kind of random, and they come at random times. But listen, he rebuttals decently amount of things in this. So it's funny as fuck.
Hey, check it. Red Rum. Yeah, you could be a gangster, but one from Harlem because you talk to the feds, son.
All right, so he did a rebuttal right there, and he implemented his own name into the rebuttal. So he's saying, yeah, you can be a gangster, but one from Harlem because you talk to the feds, son. So that's a stereotype because there was Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes that were in Harlem, and if you've seen like American Gangster, the movie, for example, based on his life and stuff like that, and a TV show, blah, blah, blah. But point is, there was some, again, keyword some, famous gangsters from Harlem that, yes, they did snitch and talk to the feds, and that did happen. So he's trying to say, well, yeah, Adam, you can be a gangster, but the worst kind, because you're going to talk to the feds, like the ones in Harlem, the famous ones in Harlem. In case people didn't get that line. But, okay, so right off the bat, he's already rebuttaling, so, okay.
You stupid fucking fool. I'll be cutting you. I'll put your gut in 2 places like a substitute. I'll be running through you like a train going through your mom and shit. I'll be bombing shit. You will start vomiting. That's the only way she spit.
Okay, so I will be cutting you. I'll cut your gut in 2 places like a substitute. That was decent. All right. And then he goes on and said this crazy shit. So he said a line about my mom, and that's I already insulted your mom 8 million times worse. So I'm glad I did what I said and said what I did, whatever. You can take that any way you want. Because you said to my face, my mom would fuck you up. So it is what it is, right? And then he's like, you will start vomiting. That's the only way that you spit. I'm like, okay. So he's trying to insult me better.
Because you're retarded as shit. I hate you and I never see you with any type of any bitch. You are stupid as hell, boy. And you're going to look uglier than hell, boy.
You're stupid as hell, boy, and you're uglier than hell, boy. Okay, good rhyming there. Good way to rhyme the same exact thing.
I will fuck you up because I got unlimited dope. Like I'm in the Marvel universe, I got Infinity Stones.
I had to ask somebody what the fuck that meant because, again, I don't watch superhero shit. I don't care about any of it. I hate it all. I fucking hate superhero everything. It's never been my thing. I don't like it. I hate them. The movies suck. Bad writing, horrible plot, everything, all of it. So someone had explained that to me. So he said, I got unlimited dope. Like, I got Infinity Stones. So, like, infinity and unlimited, those go together. I still don't understand how this has anything to do with me or whatever. Like, are you saying you sell dope unlimitedly? Like, you're that good at selling dope? Or are you saying, like, you got dope, as in you got dope bars and you have unlimited of them? I don't know. It didn't, like, I get where you were going with it, but to me, it just didn't hit. It doesn't, whatever. And that's not just because it's a stupid fucking superhero thing that I don't understand. But it's like, what are you trying to say? I don't know.
You are such a fucking idiot. I can't stand your raps. You are stupid as fuck. You're the one that's in a real habitat.
And there's another rebuttal. Okay? So he's saying, remember earlier I said your habitat was never battle rap. Now he's saying you are the one that's in the wrong habitat. Okay.
You have no place in this business, kid. You a stupid ass bitch, and I'm gonna wipe your ass with it. Your raps, that is.
Here I go. You have done this business, kid, and I'm gonna wipe your ass with it. Your raps, that is. Like, I'm trying to, like, wait, where's your train of thought going? Like, it's like, to me, I'm imagining him, like, panicking in wherever he's at, and he's like, wipe your ass with it, and then he's like, oh wait, what am I wiping my ass with? Your raps, that is. Like, yeah.
And you know what? I wouldn't even give you 2 quarters to come against me because you'd be slaughtered.
That's the third rebuttal, because I said you're a poor sportsman, and I said we should have flipped a coin to see who wins this battle, but your broke ass couldn't afford it. Now he's saying I wouldn't even give you, as in me, 2 quarters because it came against you'd be slaughtered, in his accent where it rhymes.
The fact that you would let me do what I want to do on your show shows that you don't got any fucking role in this stuff, because you be fuck. You don't got what it takes.
He actually started out with like a decent angle. The fact that you would let me do what I say to do on your show shows me that you don't have a role in this. And then he chokes. Like, so what? Like, you don't have a role in this because you can't even finish a sentence without choking? Like, fuck. It was a decent angle that got ruined.
To be a master. You are a fucking fool, and I hate everything about you, and it's not synonymous with rapping. Even though it's almost Christmas time, you shouldn't get a single present because you and Gift and all that have no presents.
It didn't rhyme. It didn't rhyme. He said presents and presents. It's like he's trying to scheme and do a wordplay thing, but it's not working. He's saying, like, you and rapping and gifts have nothing to do because you don't have presents. Like, like you're supposed to like use it in a sentence while you're rapping, you know? You're supposed to say you don't got the gift like a rotten kid. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like go there. Come on, man. You almost had it. No, you didn't. But you were trying to make it make sense, but it didn't work.
And that is clear and present. Like clear and present danger, like Tom Clancy said.
Somebody tell me this. Clear and present. Like clear and present danger, like Tom Clancy said. Tom Clancy has a book called Clear and Present Danger. Someone tell me if Tom Clancy actually said clear and present danger, quote unquote, in the book, because I don't think he did. And that's why I'm like, where is your mind going? Where are you going? He's trying to complete a thought, and instead he goes, that is clear and present, like clear and present danger, like Tom Clancy said. Where is this thought? Where are you going with this fucking thought? Like, what are you doing? It's so weird. Like, of all things to think of, a Tom Clancy book title.
And you are the wackest kid. You should have been aborted way back when the Vatican was getting in trouble for raping all those damages. Fuck.
When the Vatican was getting in trouble with all those damages. Choke. What? Oh my. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Fuck you. Adam is the wackest bitch. I hate him so much. I hope that he gets his fucking dick out his mouth and gets smacked with it. Because I never seen someone suck his dick so much as you. You fucking fool. I hope you die, and I hope...
Okay, so, before I get into that, okay. So, okay, his angle is decent, okay, because it just isn't delivered well. There's nothing coherent in the lyrics that he's saying. I call it lyrics, it's a freestyle, but I'm calling it lyrics, whatever. You know, he's saying, you know, I never seen someone suck his own dick so much, which is slang. If you didn't know, that means somebody that's obsessed with themselves, somebody that thinks so great of themselves like they can do no wrong. My thing is this, right? That's not actually me, but if you're a rapper, you're supposed to be like that, and that's what I've always done. Why would I rap and be like, I'm decent? Like, no, I'm gonna get in this and I'm gonna show and prove, and I'm gonna be like, I am fucking amazing. I'm really fucking good. That's what you're supposed to do. So, like, that's why I don't understand that angle. I mean, if he's taking that angle, he just has to use an example of something I did or said that would express that thought, but it doesn't happen. That's what's so weird about it. And it falls flat.
That you cry, and I hope that no one comes to your funeral, because that will be a waste of money to bury a stupid hoe that can't even make money, but he does shit for free, and then he has the nerve to talk about other rappers' history.
Okay, so I have the nerve to talk about other rappers' history when everything I do is for free, okay? But am I not battling? Like, is that not what I'm doing? Like, that's what I don't understand. I'm coming at them, so that's... I don't know, man. I don't know.
Stupid as fuck. I hate you, and I hope that you die. I hope that a guy in jail can rape you, and I hope that he tapes you,
Pause.
and I hope he puts it on Pornhub, and then that will erase you.
You.
Take you off for the history books. Oh wait, you never went on there. Nobody gave you a look. And you are stupid as hell. I can't stand this prick. I hope that you fucking die. I hope that you get so... Fuck it, son. Fuck.
Come on, what? First you say that pause-worthy shit, and I mean, I guess I'll count it as an insult. I just don't know why it has to be so gross. But okay, you're saying that, and then you just go on and you choke. Come on.
I don't give a fuck. I think that you have the least amount of skill I ever had. I hope that you die. I think that you're a featherweight. I think that is the light as you are, and you don't have any darkness to it. I think that all that stuff you say is imaginary, stupid.
I hope you die. I think you're a featherweight. You don't have any darkness to it. All the things you say are imaginary, stupid. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. I don't have any darkness to it. What does that mean? Please tell me what that means. Because you're not going to get away with saying subject matter. Everything in a battle where you're insulting each other and threatening each other is darkness, dark-related subject matter. And then... and then what are you saying? I'm a featherweight, hope that I die. And like... I need to go back. I'm sorry, but I do.
Is imaginary, stupid. Nobody is believing you. You haven't killed a single person. You just say it all the fucking...
Wait,
I think that all that stuff you say is imaginary, stupid.
Okay, things I say are imaginary, stupid. Okay, isn't everything everybody says in rap imaginary, minus maybe a few things that you could say? Every single rapper rephrase. Okay. Majority of rappers and battle rappers are rapping about shooting other people, killing them, and having sex with their opponents' girlfriends and mothers and whatever. None of that happens. It doesn't happen. People that rap about shooting guns, in 90% of their raps don't even have a gun. They don't use a gun. They don't shoot a gun. They haven't killed anybody. They haven't physically assaulted anybody with a gun and got a murder attempt charge with a gun. Like, so I don't, that angle never works with me. Like I said, if you're gonna take that angle, you gotta give me an example of what's imaginary. Like, you know, did I say something that you're saying is not true, that like I built up and said outside of rap, like I'm opening up a restaurant? Like, if I said that, then you could say that's imaginary, like your restaurant, like you never opened. That would be something you could, but you're just, I could say that about you. You could say that about yourself. Like, whatever.
Nobody is believing you. You haven't killed a single person. You just say it all the fucking time, and I still think you're a virgin. And I still think that you have no chance in this world. I think that you have never, ever once even kissed a girl. But I'll tell you what, though.
I bet you haven't.
You can listen to this trap, is you have a problem with kissing everyone's ass.
Okay, I got a problem with this, too. For one, with the, I think you're a virgin, I think you haven't kissed a girl. I made a much better, coherent, creative diss about your mother than you did, and you're telling me I didn't do this and I didn't do that. I don't think you did, bitch. And then you said you have a problem kissing everyone's ass. How, if I'm battling them, how is that kiss? How can you say that? Am I like shouting out other rappers in my rhymes? Barely. I've barely done that ever. Okay? And if I'm battling people, how am I kissing people's ass? That doesn't make any sense. It is so fucking flawed. It is so wrong. And that's why this is funny as fuck to me. And it's... How am I kissing ass? I'm battling them. That's the opposite. That's telling them, fuck you, die slow and shit. Not... shout out to you, man. Thanks for... No, I ain't do none of that. Like, what the fuck?
That's the best thing that you're good at. You pucker up, and you do that because you don't know how to knuckle up.
Once again, what? I pucker up. He's saying I kiss other people's asses because I don't want to knuckle up. He's saying I don't want to fight, so I kiss their asses instead. How does that make sense? I battle. I'm battling right now as you're saying that. Like, what are you talking about? If you had an example, this would be okay. If there was somebody that I didn't battle, but that they challenged me and I was like, oh, I love your music, man. I'm I don't want to battle you, but I dig your music. Then he would have an example to put this on. But that never happened. That doesn't exist. That isn't the thing that ever occurred. So the logic is so fucking bad. Like, I can't stop laughing. Like, it's so bad. But it's funny, too, because of that, you know.
You don't have any fucking skill in this world. You can't be a good rapper. You suck. And I fucking hate you, bum.
Hold on. I gotta, okay. You gotta understand something. This, hold on.
Have any fucking skill in this world. You can't be a good rapper. You suck.
Okay. I gotta tell you right now. I did not catch this when I listened to this the first time. What I'm about to play. I did not catch this at all the first time I played this. And when I played this, oh my God, when I like played it back, I'm saying, like, because as he's rapping, I'm kind of just going like this, like I'm hearing him, and I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being honest. I'm hearing you and I'm just like, getting ready to press the end live show button, like, respectfully. I'm not saying it mean. I'm saying just because this time I'm not going first, so I'm like, I gotta get to that part, right? So, but I gotta tell you, when I played this back, this part right here, I mean it sincerely. I actually cried. Tears. I laughed so fucking hard. And I'm telling you, this was so fucking funny. And then what I ended up doing, I took that clip of, I don't know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds or whatever, and I slowed down the time, the playback speed to 50%. And dude sounded like a drunken Liam Neeson. Like, it's so fucking funny. What you say, I'm not even mad because it's so funny. It fucking made me laugh so hard. All right. 1 second. Hold the tension. I got to get my cat figured out here. Okay, I gotta play this now. This made me laugh so hard. Like I said, I actually cried. This is way too fucking funny, man.
Fucking hate you, bum. You are such a fucking worthless guy. I hope that you will get tossed up so far that we'll think there's another moon in the sky. And then I'll be mooning you because you can kiss my ass, trick, and you will never make it past this because you are a bastard.
The only reason I'm not laughing harder is because I've already laughed so many fucking times. Dude, I'm not even mad at you. I'm giving you props because I laughed. Like, you actually brought joy into my day because it was so fucking funny. So, you said, I hate you, bum. You're such a fucking worthless guy that I hope that someone throws you so far they'll think that there's another moon in the sky. Like, wait a minute. What? Because the thing is, when you said that, I thought you were going to find a way to rhyme it with die. Like, Adam's going to fucking die, because that's all you've been talking about most of this. And then you end up by saying, so, you'll throw him so far, they'll think there's another moon in the sky. And I'm going, wait, you'll throw me so far, they'll think there's another moon in the sky. Wait, what? And then I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be extra generous, and you could say that's a fat joke. Like, I'm not fat, I'm like the size of another moon. So I'll be generous, and I'll even grant you that. But then the next part, I could tell what your brain was doing. You were trying to think of a way to rhyme it, but instead, you changed it to saying something else. Because you said, I'll throw you up so far, they'll think there's another moon in the sky. And I'll be mooning you so you can kiss my ass, prick. That was fucking brilliant. Oh my god. Oh my god, because I could tell what you were doing. You were trying to think of a way to rhyme with that, but instead you're like, moon, I'll be mooning you. You can kiss my ass, prick. Oh my god. You guys on YouTube, go listen to the battle, put the playback speed to half, go to 0.5, 0.5 speed or whatever. You sound like, and this is, to be fair, this would be with anybody, but you sound like you're drunk, and you sound like, because of your accent, and I mean this respectfully, you sound like a drunken Liam Neeson, and you're like, I hate you, bum. I hope that you fucking die. I hope to throw you so far, they'll think there's another moon in the sky. You gotta do it, everybody. Watch it at 0.5 playback speed. Incredible. Incredible. I'll be right back, but I will play the rest of this in the meantime.
Fuck you and your metaphors. They all suck, bitch. You have got no substance, even if you were working in narcotics. Fuck you. I hate you. I hope you fucking die. It's over.
So, he actually ended with a decent punchline. He said, you don't got any substance, as if you were working in narcotics. It's like, that actually is decent, you know, so, yeah, but just a whole lot of, and I didn't realize until my homie messaged me, and he said, you know, all I heard was, Adam, I hope you fucking die, I hope you fucking die, I hope you like, apparently, I didn't even catch that, like, listening to it playback. He says it so many times. It's like, come on, you gotta think, maybe that's his, like, you know, his thinking, connecting thing where he's sparing a moment to think of another way to freestyle and rhyme. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my cats are being crazy. Give me a second. Okay, so, anyways, so, that was my last freestyle rap battle. So, you know what? It is what it is. I don't support battle rap anymore. I made another video about that. I'm not doing no more. But I used to dream about going to the big stages and in like New York City and California and stuff, and just doing it big. But you know, seeing the sick stuff that goes on in that industry, I don't want nothing to do with that no more. And so finally, 2 years ago, I decided, instead of waiting, why don't I bring them to me? So I started my own platform on Podbean right after I got my first interview as an author. And I didn't know what Podbean was. Because of that interview, I discovered Podbean. And I go, holy shit, this would be a good way to fucking do fucking rap battles. And I started doing them, and look at me now. Now I got footage for y'all. And you can see what I'm talking about when I tell you that I'm a fucking amazing freestyle battle rapper. So I did that. I did what I wanted, got what I wanted out of it, showed you all that I am fucking amazing and undefeated. And you also have already, before any of these battles, over 7 hours of freestyle footage from my live streams, also on my YouTube channels, and all that shit. So, okay, now, as promised, I'm giving y'all a bonus. So, I'm going to tell you, I've mentioned some of these in a previous video, but I'm going to give you all of them now. I'm going to tell you some untold battle rap stories that, unfortunately, we don't have the footage of no more. So, I'll tell you, one of them was funny. This dude had this weird thing, and you kind of feel the crowd, you know, because in person, you're looking around and you're seeing what people are reacting to or whatever. And this dude wouldn't shut the fuck up. He was so annoying. And he wouldn't stop repeating. He kept on saying, yo, I'm fucking your bitch this way. I'm fucking your bitch on that way. I'm fucking your bitch this direction. I'm fucking your bitch on that angle. I'm fucking your bitch in this angle. He wouldn't stop. It's like, he would not fucking stop. It's all he said. I'm fucking your bitch. This angle, this angle. It's all he said. That's on repeat, right? So in my rebuttal, I don't remember what I rhymed it with, but I said something, and I said, yeah, you did. And you know what my bitch did? The last part is she fucked you with the strap on. And so I fucking got him there. I don't remember what I rhymed it with. That's what's hard, because you got to think this is over 10 years ago. But I rebutted the fact that he said angle, 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 angle. And the crowd went fucking nuts, and they laughed this dude out. And this dude felt like all the steam came right out of him, like because he thought he had the shit in the bag. He thought that's my angle, I'm gonna win. And nope, I took that shit, took all that power away from him. All right, another one that I absolutely loved. This dude, it was weird, but the crowd fucking loved it, so I had to rebuttal it, and it just worked out perfectly. He pulled out like $5, and he didn't actually give it to me, but he said something, I got $5 here, you can go into the gay bar. And everybody was laughing, oh my god, and I was like, damn, everybody, that weak ass line, everybody thought that was fucking crazy. So I rebutted that shit perfectly. When it was my turn again, I hate to say it, I don't remember what I rhymed it with, but my rebuttal, I said something, talking about the gay bar, but you knew how much it cost to get in. Oh, fucking flame that dude. Everybody, the crowd laughed. Somebody was like, laughing so hard they were coughing. They were pointing at this dude. Oh, I fucking killed him with that. Because, yeah, you know, I'm using what he said against him. He said $5, you can go. And I said, but you know how much it costs to get in, so the fuck are you talking about? Anyways, smoked that dude. That was fire. I'm trying to think. What other story is there? There was another one I was trying to remember, but I wanted to save it for last. Oh yeah, that's okay. Another funny one was another one of those. I'm stealing Adam's bitch. Like, you know, it's like these are things you say in rap battles. Your mother this, or you know what me and your girlfriend did, and whatever. And your girlfriend was giving me roadhead, and that's shit you hear at rap battles all the time, especially, you know, when you're in high school and you're battling other high schoolers, you know. So this dude kept on saying this to this, and so the second I squashed that shit immediately. I said something. I said, you know, that dumbass hoe, you know, something, and I said, you know, that, you know, you keep talking about my girlfriend, but I left that bitch months ago. And so, like, again, everybody laughs, and they're feeling it. They dig it. And then once again, my opponent's like, all that stuff I said, now it sucks. Exactly. That's why you got to be good at freestyling. You got to know how to rebuttal. So now, I'm going to share this story. I've never shared this before. I know this for a fact that I've never shared this before. I've never did this in any of my videos or nothing. Not even as a hidden bonus Easter egg or whatever. So, possibly my favorite battle rap moment ever. I don't know. It's hard to say, but this possibly could be it. Looking back at it, this was very stupid as far as my safety and health or whatever. Like, I shouldn't have done this probably, except because I'm alive, I will say I made the right choice. But technically speaking, this was stupid as fuck to do. Okay? Went to a very uncomfortable situation. So, my friend took me to the hood, and he said he knew a bunch of dudes out there that loved to battle, and he said, you know, just want to go out there and battle and get it in or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. And you know, luckily it was a good time, except that last battle, this dude did something crazy that you could tell a lot of these dudes were a fan of Smack DVDs and stuff, and you know, I was too, but you could tell like that, like they was different. It wasn't so much structure. No, it was a lot of like, I'd rap for like 30 seconds, and then he would, and I'm not going to tell him no, like, or whatever, but he would like yell over me and be like, and then he would rap, and then I would do it to him, and then he would do. Okay, so obviously, like, you know, if you're going to battle, it's like, let the motherfucker get off what they're saying. Because, yeah, he like cut me off in the middle of like a rhyme or whatever, and I rebutted that too, you know, and that worked to my advantage, got the crowd going, got the ladies hype and everything. But the craziest thing that happened, I never shared the story because it's so fucking nuts, man. It's, like I said, this could have been stupid as fuck. I mean, I still think it kind of is, but I don't know. I had to do it. It's just one of those things. So this motherfucker pulls out his fucking piece. He pulls out his gun while he's battling me. And he is rapping about his actual gun that he's holding. And some people are reacting to it. Some people are like pointing at me and laughing and being like, yeah, you know, like saying, you know, they're basically saying like, yep, he's going to die or whatever. He's shook, you know, like that's how people, you know, react to things like that, you know, or whatever. And then some people were genuinely scared. Some people were genuinely like, shit. People were scared. So I can't believe I did this, but I did the craziest fucking thing ever. I did this crazy rebuttal. Again, as always, because this is over 10 fucking years ago. This is over 12 years ago. I don't remember what the fuck I rhymed it with in my rebuttal. But I said something about, you pulled out that gun, blah, blah, blah. And I said, it's like you failed to get the girlfriend to prom because you didn't shoot your shot. Oh, dude, I tell you, he gave me daps. He gave me respect. Everybody lit up. The fucking crowd exploded. And shit was fucking crazy, dude. Oh, my God. Some dude's liquor spilled everywhere. It was fucking amazing. yes, that was very dangerous because that could have caused an incident, obviously. And I would say I regretted it, except that I'm still alive. Okay, I didn't get shot. I'm alive and everything. But people respected that. People peep game, and they respected the shit that I did. Because not only did I say something, a relatable thing about shooting your shot, but I'm saying I made it a relatable thing. Like, you failed to get that girl to go to prom with you, so you didn't shoot your shot, you know, and I related it to the gun in my freestyle. Fuck, that was electric, dude. Like, it was fucking crazy, and it was already crazy. We were crowded. Good thing I'm not claustrophobic, you know, but, like, it was hard to breathe. There was no room anywhere. It felt like it was hot as fuck. It was crazy. So that is my favorite freestyle battle moment in person that happened, you know. But so this is my send-off, my sayonara to battle rap. I'm not saying 100% definitively I'm done. If I run into someone in person, yeah, I might still battle them now. But I kind of want to put the shit behind me just because of how sick and how disgusting and how fucking just wrong morally. And I'm not talking about lyrics. When I say morally wrong, I'm not talking about lyrics. Okay, so don't get that twisted. You have the right to say whatever the fuck you want to say, and if you say something so bad, you're going to suffer the consequences because you put that shit out there and you're not getting censored. That's my belief, okay? You say whatever, but you're going to get fucking hurt if you say the wrong thing. Whatever. I don't think I have to go over that. But anyways, my opponents that I battled both in person and the ones that I got online, I thank you all for accepting the challenge. You know, that I mean that, you know, even though I feel like, you know, because you can compare them and look side by side, you know, I fucked all of you up. Okay. Like, you can see the difference in skill level and talent level because there's nobody on my level. And I've shown that and proved that. But I appreciate that all of you had the nuts to show up and to give it your all and to battle me and to stand on it and do that. Okay, so I appreciate y'all. All right, thank you for watching. This was fun. This is a good throwback. And thank you to my friend for the idea for doing this, because the last video was more sad than anything, explaining how I'm done with this sick fucking industry. So appreciate everybody, and everyone be safe out there, all right? Thanks for listening.